Studios in Louisiana and Bowling Green. This is Eagle 102 KJFM, Louisiana, Bowling Green. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
High school basketball is on the air. Eagle 102 sports coverage of high school hoops is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, Bowling Green Chevrolet, the Bib Beach Funeral Homes LLC and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Banks of Missouri, Kathy Clean, JD Tire and Auto, Meyer Implement Company, By County Market in Louisiana, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Bowling Green Insurance Agency, Family Drug, Ingram Plumbing, the Air Evac Life Team, Liggins Flooring, Bowling Green Pharmacy, by Old Tops Pawn Shop, Midwest Pest Professionals, Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Pam Todd Watts Realty, People's Bank and Trust, Young Enterprises Incorporated, All Parts, by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Oak Ford in Bowling Green, Spring Hollow Coffee, the Mercantile Bank of Louisiana, Mike's Tire Service, and by Pike County Memorial Hospital. Now, KJFM Radio presents coverage of high school basketball on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.
Welcome to Clopton High School and an enticing non-conference matchup tonight between the Clopton Hawks and the Canton Tigers. My name's Jim Ross. I've got Marianne Everhart and Mark Froelich alongside with me tonight. Marianne, you're in training, huh?
I'm in training, yes. Teaching me how to do this cool live streaming that you can find at KJFMEagle102.net.
We'll have that for you tonight along with our pregame discussions right after this on Eagle 102.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of our mobile and online banking services like mobile check deposit, text banking, and online bill pay. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Stop by either Bank of Louisiana location today for more details or to open an account. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Phone data rates may still apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
The human body can run like a well-oiled machine, but just like machines, they occasionally need attention. A lot of times because of accidents, injuries, or even general wear and tear, the body breaks down. This is Keith Oakes, Director of the Physical Therapy Department at Pike County Memorial Hospital. That's where therapy services can get you back to normal, daily activities. Don't let pain keep you from enjoying life. Let PCMH's team focus on your recovery so you can focus on what matters to you. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community-owned, nationally known.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, Marianne, we got a good matchup tonight of two teams that have developed somewhat of a rivalry over the years. Didn't play a whole lot a while back, but now that they match up every year in a home series, this year we're obviously at Clopton. And if you look at the overall records from this series, the Clopton girls, which will be the first game they've dominated this series, they're 12-3 and have won the last 9.
So were those previous 3 when Tori Neiman played, I wonder?
Yeah, that was part of it. That was part of it for sure. Of course, Clopton coming off a consolation trophy in the Montgomery County tournament where they were upset in the first round, but then had pretty comfortable wins in the next 2 games there. So they come into tonight's game with a record of 2-1, while Canton is 1-2. Of course, they've played a little bit of a difficult schedule. They played Monroe City and got beat by 1. They played Palmyra, who's also very good. They lost that game, and they defeated Knox County, who's pretty decent in their own right. They won that game by about 16. So we were talking before we went on the air, will the trends flip tonight? Will the Canton girls finally get a win in this series, and will the Clopton boys, as the Canton boys have won all of the matchups in this series? I believe it was 9 in total. So it'll be interesting to see if that takes a turn tonight.
Well, one of the things that I was talking about with Coach Street and Coach Alejandro is that has them a little concerned is the fact that Canton has some height. You know, as we all know, Clopton graduated most of their height last year. Of course, you still have Kerrigan Lockhart out there, but 5'8", 5'9", that's not overly tall when you're talking, these 5'10", 5'11" girls. So that is a big concern to them is the height. But you mentioned as well, both teams, honestly, are fairly young. Clopton has 2 seniors, and I think maybe only one of them is a starter. So it's not like they're stacked full of seniors after graduating, 3 key seniors last year. So we'll see where that goes. I think everybody's still trying to find their footing and where they belong and try to fit into the offense. And I haven't seen Canton, obviously, being that we were at Montgomery County all last week, but Canton is known, like Clopton, for having a good squad. So I feel like they'll be coming out ready to play as well. So I think we're going to see some up and down basketball.
Well, and the challenge for Clopton, as a number of the schools in the area, and you'll get to catch up on that when our full court press becomes available fairly soon. But a lot of the teams in the area, and Clopton's no exception, lost their top 2 or top 3 scorers from last year. And so if you look at what went on in the Montgomery County tournament, all those teams are looking for an identity and who's going to be their scorers this year and who's going to want the ball when the game's on the line or when they need a bucket. And it'll take probably through Christmas break before everybody figures that out.
And I think probably the big key that we learned at Montgomery County tournament as well is you've got to make free throws, Jim.
Yeah, that's the age-old adage that has been in place since Naismith started basketball, right? You got to make your free throws if you want to win basketball games. But you're right, Canton is tall. They go 6'1", 5'10", 6 foot, so they can put a very big lineup on the floor. Of course, Canton's mantra, or Clopton, I should say, his mantra over the years has been up and down and their speed and the ability to stretch the floor. And we'll see if they're able to do that against this bigger Canton club tonight. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with your keys to the game on Countdown to Tip-Off on Eagle 102.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet. Their selection will surprise you with prices that can't be beat. Bowling Green Chevrolet is just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Hi, this is Kelsey Henderson, RN Case Manager for Pike County Home Health. Pike County Home Health offers a variety of services from skilled nursing to rehabilitation therapies. Home health is covered 100% by Medicare, and we accept most forms of insurance. Our caregivers work with your doctor and design a plan of care specifically for your needs and abilities. Our goal is to help you take control of your treatment, prevent future declines in your health, and improve your safety at home. If you have any questions or home health needs, please contact us at 573-324-2111 or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
When you're ready to purchase your next vehicle, visit Pogue Ford in Bowling Green and enjoy your next buying experience. At Pogue, they go the extra mile to make sure you walk away with more than just a car or a truck. They'll give you an automotive home. Pogue Ford has the new or pre-owned vehicle you're looking for, and if they don't, they'll find it. Plus, they're available for all your automotive service needs. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 Keys to the Game.
Well, Marianne, you've seen Clopton, and I'm just going to throw this out. A key to the game is going to be score the basketball, and obviously they're going to have to get on the boards as well tonight.
That and turnovers, controlling those turnovers. I know that's something they struggled with over Montgomery County. They weren't happy with the way the amount of turnovers they had, so I think that's something they've really worked on, that and layups. Coach Street said that they struggled with some layups over at Montgomery. She wasn't happy with it, so they spent a whole day working layup drills.
Yeah, you never know. in the heat of the game how something that seems so simple becomes so difficult when you're being defended hard by the other club. So yeah, that'll making those what do they call them, bunnies? Making those bunnies.
Making those little bunny hops.
You got to make those, and they'll be key tonight. As you said, the size differential is pretty significant, and if they don't make those, chances are they may not get a second chance. And we have not seen Canton. Their scores looks like they've scored in the 50s. We don't have the Palmyra score, but they've scored in the 50s so far this year. So they're able to put some points on the board, and they are young as well. They have 2 seniors that start and a bunch of underclassmen as well. So very mirror image teams actually in terms of age, maybe not so much in size, but we'll see if the speed versus the height, who's going to win out.
All right.
That's going to do it for the countdown to kickoff. We'll be back with the opening tip after this on Eagle, or starting laps, I should say.
Starting lineups.
We might want to do that first, on Eagle 102.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hill from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and friendship and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. First for the Canton Lady Tigers. They are 1-2 on the season. They're coached by Danielle Baker, and she's assisted by Sarah Mueller and Lindsay Olmeyer. Starting for them is a freshman, wears number 12, Nariah Clay, a junior. Number 23, one of the better female athletes at Canton, Abby Jarvis. A junior, number 30, Tegan Burbridge. A senior, number 35, Breland Pearl. And a senior, number 44, Lauren Frazier. So it'll be Clay, Jarvis, Burbridge, Pearl, and Frazier for the Canton Lady Tigers. For the Lady Hawks in their home white jerseys with black numbers and red trim. Starting for them, a junior number 11, Taylor Akers. A junior number 13, Megan Harrelson. A senior number 31, Madison Parrish. A junior number 35, Kerrigan Lockard. And a junior number 40, Logan Hall. So it'll be Hall, Lockard, Parrish, Harrelson, and Akers for head coach Devin Street. She's assisted by Robert Omohundro. And only really good news so far tonight is we won't have to deal with 3 Lockards.
Yeah. Is that the only really good news we've got?
Well, until we get into the game.
Yeah. Okay.
That was always a challenge.
Was that a little struggle for you there, Joe?
Oh, my goodness, yeah. We had so many sisters and brother combinations last year. It was
cousins.
Uncanny, yeah. Sisters, cousins, double cousins, or whatever they are. Yeah, interesting stuff for sure. But 2 of them graduated, and Kerrigan's the lone Lockard on the club this year, and they're going to expect some big things from her. Canton in their road maroon jerseys with white numbers and black trim. Clopton will move from our left to our right. If you're listening to us on the radio, you can watch us streaming live on KJFM Eagle 102.net. Glad to have you with us. Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart. Non-conference game between the Canton Tigers and the Clopton Lady Hawks is underway, and Canton will control the opening tip. Clay is a freshman. She plays at the point guard position, so we'll see how she gets along in her starting position. Inside quickly to Jarvis. Her shot's off the glass, no good. I checked that, it was Frazier. And the Hawks away with the rebound, head the other way for their first offensive possession. Akers throws it into the corner, and it goes through the legs of Harrelson and out of bounds. The first turnover of the night will give the ball back to the Tigers.
Well, Jim, we saw what Canton's probably going to do. They're going to look to get that ball in the paint quite a bit, so Clopton's going to have to tighten it up in there.
And what you'd expect, a press trying to stretch them out, and they get the turnover, do the Lady Hawks. And we'll head the other way. That's what that press is intended to do and take the height out of the game. In the corner now, Harrelson sets it back to Akers. They'll reset the offense. We've played about 50 seconds. No score. Akers outside the arc. Canton in a sagging man-to-man defense, it looks like, clogging up the inside. You know, Clopton's going to have to be able to shoot from the outside, and that's going to be one of their challenges this year, is to figure out who can do that, as Akers loses the handle and tracks it down at the center court stripe, but they have it still. Locker now from 15 feet, no good. Rebound to Frazier of Canton. She nearly has it stolen away, but she'll get it off to Clay. And the Tigers will head the way, still with no score. And the pass is too hot to handle for Weathers, Raven Weathers.
So apparently we're just going to have turnovers in this game.
It would seem that way. Raven Weathers actually started rather than Tegan Burbridge for Canton. And we've played almost a minute and a half and no score. Lockard has it down on the left block. Dribbles out of trouble now. And they'll work it out of trouble.
Well, I'll tell you what, one of the things that really has impressed us over the last week was Megan Harrelson stepping up. She was hot, picking up where they had left off with the steals from Caitlin Kuntz. She was hot with there, and she was also draining some outside shots as well. So hopefully she will be able to fill a portion of that void left.
First foul of the game goes against Canton on Lauren Frazier. The Hawks have it underneath their own basket. Harrelson on the baseline, and she dribbles it off the foot of Frazier. Frazier is about 6'1", according to the 6 foot according to the program. Jarvis at 6'1". Shot partially blocked from Hall, and the Tigers head the other way. Jarvis will check that Clay with it into the front court. Gets it down on the low post, and all alone is Lauren Frazier. The first 2 points of the night go to the Canton Tigers. They lead it 2-0.
Well,
back comes the Lady Hawks. Harrelson in the corner, having trouble against this bigger lineup, finding open looks. Parrish now the head of key to Akers. Akers gets it in the high post to Lockard. Should lob it down low. Too tall, stolen away. Second turnover of the game. And Canton will head to the offensive end, leading 2-0, 5:30 to play in the first. On a pick and roll, they lob it inside. It's too tall and saved inbounds by Harrelson. Another turnover by Canton, the third. And the Hawks will head the other direction with Lockard. Gets it to Harrelson. She'll fire up a 3 ball. It's short, no good. Rebound to Pearl. 5:15 to play in the first quarter. 2-0 our score. Glad to have you with us. An offensively challenged start to this game as Canton turns it over again, the fourth of the game in the first couple of minutes, as Stephanie Talbert will check in.
She comes in for Harrelson. One of the things we'll have to watch with Talbert is what we kind of had to watch with Caitlin Kuntz for a few years, a little bit of a shoulder injury.
Not good to be injured this early. She's got it taped up. She'll drive baseline. She's open from 10. It's blocked, though, and goes off the standard and out of bounds. And the Hawks will get it back. Pearl got her hand on it on the shot attempt, and so the Hawks will trigger it in baseline left side. Talbert gets it into Lockard. She looks for some space, up and under, won't go. Rebound to Pearl, and now we have a jump ball. Check that Frazier. And on the alternating arrow, the Hawks will maintain possession. Not exactly the way Coach Street drew it up. They've played 2 minutes and about 10 seconds and have not scored a point yet. They get it inbounded, though, and Akers will run the offense from between the circles. In the high post, deflected, loose on the floor, bodies all over the place, and stolen away by Pearl. She'll head the other way. Her right-hand layup's up and good. I checked that. It was Clay. Clay with the layup, and the lead is 4 at 4-0. 4:20 to play in the first. Long three on the way is no good by the Hawks. Kerrigan with the rebound. Gets it back to Akers. She'll fire a three right wing. It hits nothing but the backboard. The rebound by Hall. Her shot's up, no good. But we've got a whistle and a foul, and Logan Hall will go to the line for the first free throws of the evening.
And I tell you what, Logan Hall has been one player that has stepped up big time here. She had some really big games over at Montgomery County, and I think they're leaning on her a lot here this season to fill the shoes of Kaylin.
And if she didn't get a lot of varsity action last year at all, so she's feeling her way around a little bit with her first varsity action as Parrish will take a seat. Harrelson returns. Also, that was the second foul on Frazier as Hall misses both free throws. And Frazier will have to take a seat for Canton. And in the game is Kinsey Guilfoyle. They get it inside to the Tigers. Shots up, no good by Brewer. Offensive rebound up. It won't go. They still fight for it. It's up off the glass once again. No good. Rebound's no good by Jarvis. And finally Lockard with the rebound for the Hawks. Up to Harrelson. Now left wing to Talbert. She has her shot partially blocked. Outside to Lockard. She'll shoot the three. It's no good. Rebound's loose on the floor. Hawks come away with it. Up in a crowd. Harrelson's shot's blocked. And they pull it out finally. Chaos underneath. Lockard drives baseline, and we've got a whistle and a foul on the block. And I believe they'll call that on Pearl.
That is the 13th foul for the Lady Tigers.
They actually called it on Jarvis. So the Hawks will trigger it in right side of the paint. And it's deflected. Well, the height is causing them all kinds of problems right now.
Which was kind of what we touched on in the pregame. So, they were expecting it as well. They, as in the Lady Hawks.
Passing lanes are clogged up and trouble on the glass for sure. They get it inbounds, though. Lockard will drive left baseline. Shot up and good. Count the bucket. And she'll go to the line to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Kerrigan Lockard, the tallest player on the floor for the Lady Hawks, gets them on the board.
She's pretty close to the tallest player they have. I think maybe Abigail Patchins might be a hair taller.
And the free throw is good, so it goes from 4-0 to 4-3 on that offensive possession. Canton still on top. Full court pressure by the Hawks. This needs to work for them to remain competitive in this game. But no problem for the Tigers in the front court. Guilfoyle with the three. It's good. She spotted up and fired it home from the left wing. She's just a sophomore. And the lead goes back to 4. It's 7-3. Lockard on the left wing now to Talbert. Right wing to Harrelson. Her shot's short. Ball's loose. Lockard with the rebounder. Put back won't go. Canton with the rebound. 2:35 to play in the first. 7-3. Canton on top.
I'll tell you what, Jim. We saw some really good blocking out underneath the basket from the Silex Lady Owls. And that's something, usually more girls struggle with than guys. And I think Clopton's going to have to find a way to block these tall girls out here in this basketball game.
Guilfoyle fires a three from the head of the key, and it hits nothing and goes out of bounds. So the Hawks will get it back with 2:20 to play. And up off the bench, Madison Parrish will return. Stephanie Talbert will take a seat. No full court pressure by Canton. Akers yet to get untracked in this ball game. Left wing to Harrelson. Now in the corner to Lockard. Down on the block to Hall. Inside out back to Lockard. Nothing doing there. Now into the high post to Parrish. She may have got away with the travel. They kick to Akers. Her three's off the mark and no good. And we've got a held ball on the long rebound. And on the alternating arrow, the Lady Tigers will maintain possession with 1:55 to play in the first. Getting the full court pressure. Nearly stolen. Guilfoyle gets it in the front court. Head of the key now to Clay. Clay whips it to the wing. Now they work it inside. Left-hander puts it up. That's Pearl. It's no good. And Lockard with the rebound. And we've got a foul on the rebound. That'll be on Jarvis, and that'll be her second. So Canton in a little early foul trouble with Jarvis with 2 along with Frazier. Frazier already on the bench. with her second foul.
Well, that's a 5th team foul, so Clopton very close to shooting at least 1-and-1s for the rest of the half.
And Canton has not had a foul call on them yet. Guaranteeing you'll hear from the Canton faithful soon. Lockard drives baseline, finds some space, puts it up, and it's good. Kerrigan Lockard, she's got all 5 for the Hawks. They still trail by 2, 7-5, down to a minute 15 to play in the quarter. Against the full court pressure, Jarvis gets it in the front court. It's too wide for Guilfoyle, goes out of bounds. And the 5th turnover will get it back to the Hawks. Robert Omohundro, the assistant coach in his advancing years, might want to calm down just a little bit.
You know, we've joked a couple times about getting him a seatbelt to go on his chair.
In the post to Hall, she'll turn around, put it off the glass, no good. Rebound to Parrish. They'll kick it outside. 3 balls on the way. It's no good by Harrelson. Deflects out of bounds on the rebound off of the Lady Hawks. Back to the Tigers. Under a minute to play at 48 ticks here in the first. Full court pressure again by the Hawks. They get it into Clay. Clay baseball passes it, but it's not far enough. A 6th turnover. And the Hawks nearly throw it away going the other direction, but it's deflected out of bounds by Clay. And the Hawks will have it free throw line extended with 41 seconds to play. So 6 turnovers by the Tigers in the first quarter. That's a boatload. It's almost enough for a whole half. Lockard on the inbounds gets to Hall. Her shot's blocked by Jarvis. Jarvis with 2 fouls. She's got to be careful. And now Hall's going to be whistled for the foul.
Well, Clopton finally picking up their first foul of the basketball game, as we mentioned.
Hall got a little hip check action in there.
I mean, if you got them, use them. That's all there's to it. Isn't that why God gave them to us?
Full court pressure by the Hawks. Down to 30 seconds to play. Jarvis to the timeline, stops, throws it too wide, and out of bounds once again. So the pressure's working for the Hawks as the turnovers continue to mount. They're just challenged a bit on the offensive end.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can tie this up or take the lead here in the final 20 seconds. Lockard drives down the paint, up, no good. Gets her own rebound, and we have a tie-up, and they're going to call a foul. Is that on Jarvis?
They're going to call it on the floor, but it's the 16 foul.
Well,
so.
if my scorekeeping's right, if that's on Jarvis,
Yep,
that's
there you
3.
go.
And it is.
You're such a good scorekeeper, Jim.
And up off the bench. Well, they don't get her out in time. That's problematic.
Yeah, no kidding.
Down to 14 seconds on the inbounds play. Lockard couldn't get it to go, rattled in and out, and now we've got a whistle and a traveling violation. And now Raven Weathers will get into the game and get Jarvis out with 3 fouls.
What is Jarvis listed as? She a sophomore?
Jarvis is listed as a junior. I think she's a really good softball player as well. Down to 4. 3 ball on the way. It's good. Kerrigan Lockard puts the Hawks ahead 8-7 at the buzzer. They take the lead, and believe it or not, Kerrigan Lockard has all 8. It's Lockard 8, Canton Tigers 7. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
As a farmer, you rely on rainfall to ensure your crop production, but sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate. Droughts can happen and do. Long dry spells can ruin your crops, but shouldn't ruin your life. With a pasture, rangeland, and forage policy through NAU Country Insurance Company and Bowling Green Insurance Agency, you'll be provided with the extra protection you need. Contact Fred Carlson at Bowling Green Insurance to discuss how PRF can help manage your risk. NAU Country Insurance Company is an equal opportunity provider.
Hey, this is Tyler from Mid-America Auto and Towing. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. If we don't have what you're looking for, then we'll find it. Mid-America Auto and Towing is located off Highway 54 across from KJFM. We offer a minimum of 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty, state inspections, diagnostics, engine and brake repair, and preventative maintenance. Mid-America Auto and Towing just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green is a one-stop shop. For 24-hour towing and roadside assistance, call 324-9919. Like us on Facebook or check out our website at midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, a 3-pointer by Kerrigan Lockard at the buzzer gives the Hawks the lead at the end of the first quarter, and they get the ball at the start of the second quarter and immediately turn it over.
Well, you know.
And here comes the full court pressure.
I don't really even know what to say on that one except for the same thing that Coach Street did, and you just kind of held your hands up.
An unforced error is what that would be. pressure has worked as Canton's turned it over 7 times. In a peck of trouble now. And they travel. Weathers did a little pirouette without putting it on the floor. Weathers, a junior. And the 8th turnover of the game gives it back to the Hawks. More turnovers by Canton than points so far in this game.
Yikes.
That's a stat for you.
That's a stat that nobody wants.
Looks like Canton's going to try and maybe drop into a zone. Is dribbling through the trouble as Harrelson. Her shot won't go. Gets her own rebound, gets it down to Hall. She's tied up and stolen away by Canton. 4th turnover. Clay now for the Tigers to Weathers. She'll get it across the timeline, and they'll start the offense as the inbounds pass is deflected, and it goes off of
Canton. So back to Clopton.
Is that Brooke Brewer? Yeah, Brewer into the game. Let's check the lineups for you. Brooke Brewer, Weathers, Brianna Pearl, as the ball's thrown away by the Hawks. And speaking of Clay, she'll go the other way and shoot the layup. Her 4th point, and Canton retakes the lead at 9-8. Clay and Guilfoyle are the other players for Canton in the game. We'll get you to the Hawks momentarily as a 3-ball by Akers is no good, hits nothing, and is going to go out of bounds. Lockard, Harrelson, Hall, Akers, and
Parrish
for the Hawks. 9-8, Canton on top. We're into the second quarter, just about a minute in. And they have trouble getting it in and can't get it in, so the 5-second violation is the 9th turnover of the game for Canton. Talbert will return. Parrish will take a seat. For the Lady Hawks, Harrelson to throw it in. Gets it to Lockard. Her left-handed reverse layup won't go. Rebounds loose on the floor. It's going to go off the fingertips of Breland Pearl. Back to the Hawks.
Didn't we talk about layups just a little earlier?
Yes, we did. That was a little tougher shot. I mean,
it was a tougher shot.
Kind of a reverse with the left hand. That's a high intensity shot. High difficulty, I guess the words I'm looking for. As in diving, you know those diving difficulty things. Hawks working against this sagging man-to-man or matchup zone, if you will. Lockard gets it in the paint. She shoots from 10. It's good. Kerrigan Lockard's got all of them, all 10, and they lead 10-9. Canton in the backcourt finally breaks the full court pressure. Pearl in a peck of trouble. Now gets it to the guard. That's Clay, and she'll set the offense for the Tigers. Dribbles out of trouble, shoots it up, and scores. Mariah Clay with a fancy crossover dribble and a runner with the right hand. It drops. She's got 6, and Canton retakes the lead at 11-10. Akers now into Lockard in the high post. Has it stolen away from behind. Canton will look to run with it. 6 turnover by the Hawks. Now Clay will slow it down. Picks up the loose ball, hands it to Weathers. Weathers inside now into low post. They kick it out to Guilfoyle, and she travels. Clopton has got Canton sped up a little bit, and at this point they're not liking it.
Well, it looks like Madison Bruni is it Madison or Madeline Bruni?
Madeline
Bruni checking in the basketball game.
Her first minutes of the night. And let's see what she brings to the table. She's just a freshman. Lockard gets it down inside to Bruni right away. Her shot won't go, but there's a whistle and a foul, and Madeline Bruni will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. You know, in the preseason conversations with the coaches, Coach Street said she had a couple of freshmen. They're going to probably play some key roles before the season's over with. And I'm guessing Madeline Bruni's one of them.
She sure is.
She makes the free throw. First non-Kerrigan Lockard point of the night for the Hawks.
We saw some good minutes out of Bruni over at the Montgomery County Invitational Tournament.
Second free throw is good, and the lead is 1 at 12-11. Weathers gets it into the front court. Now gets it back to Clay. Clay into the left corner to Brewer. Skip pass over to Guilfoyle. She'll drive right baseline, and she's going to be fouled by Bruni, I believe. Now, did she have an older sister a year or so ago, maybe?
I don't know if that is her sister or not. I believe it is, but I don't like to speculate.
Let's go with relative.
Yes.
Or let's go with the person with the same spelling of their last name.
No, I'm almost positive they were sisters.
Weathers gets it to Clay at the head of the key. Clopton's pesky defense bothering Canton all night so far, and now we've got a whistle on a come-from-behind foul. They'll call on Lockard. That'll be her first.
And if you remember, her sister Emily Bruni was quite the three-point shooter.
She was. Was that last year? Time flies.
No, it's been a couple years,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah, you see these girls so much, it's hard to keep track of it. As Clay shoots a wild one, it's off the glass, no good. And Lady Hawks head the other way. Akers gets to the head of the key to Lockard. She'll fire the three. Back to the rim, no good.
Going to have to follow our shots on that one.
And rebounds corralled by Canton, but then she'll be tied up by Talbert. And on the alternating arrow, I believe Canton will get it back.
Yep, sure will. Now Talbert's coming out as Megan Harrelson returns to the basketball game for the Lady Hawks.
Pearl to throw it in for the Lady Tigers. No problems with the pressure this time. Guilfoyle's just going to pull up and shoot the three. It hits nothing and goes out of bounds. So she made one three and hasn't hit the rim with the other two she's shot so far. But Kinsey Guilfoyle seems to have the green light to shoot it at will. 12-11 our score. Clopton still on top. 4:20 to play in the half. Lockard now kicks to the right wing to Akers. She dribbles out of trouble. Left wing, and Bruni travels. 7th turnover of the night for the Lady Hawks. And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. Clopton 12, Canton Tigers 11. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
If you have a medical emergency, Air Evac Live Team Air Ambulance helicopters can provide medical transport, dramatically reducing the time to get to an emergency treatment facility. Membership means no out-of-pocket cost when transported by their providers. Call Air Evac at 636-358-8475 to sign up.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Ligon Flooring, and B&B Automotive.
4:10 to play in the first half. Lady Hawks lead at 12-11 over the Canton Tigers. And out of the timeout, the Tigers will have it in the backcourt as they work on cleaning up a little water that was spilled at the Canton bench.
Hate when that happens.
During that timeout. We'll be right back here on Thursday night.
That's what I was going to say.
The Ellsbury Indians will come to town for an EMO conference matchup.
I believe you and Mr. Fronick will be having the call on that one.
Canton into the front court. That should be an interesting game as well. Shot off the back of the rim, no good by Pearl, and the Hawks head the other direction. Lockard into the front court, right wing to Bruni. Bruni puts it on the floor, has it swatted out of bounds by Weathers. And the Lady Hawks will have it underneath their own hoop, right side of the paint. 3:52 to play in the half.
Ellsbury Lady Indians just came off the Winfield tournament where they battled Hannibal for a third-place game.
Hannibal's got a decent club as the pass is deflected out of bounds.
Now, look, we don't want to give Evan Servine and Kelsey Schurter any type of credit.
Well, we saw them against, Mark and I saw them against Bowling Green, and they played pretty well first game.
I think they have a pretty good squad this year.
A lot of season left as Bruni's three balls short, no good. Canton with the rebound. Hawks will back off the full court pressure after the miss. Guilfoyle will take it and she'll travel.
There was a game or two last week, Jim. We really wondered if there was such a thing as referee frequent flyer miles with all the traveling that was called.
A lot of it, huh?
Yeah. That and offensive fouls.
Speaking of which,
there we go.
Kerrigan Lager whistled for the offensive foul.
I'd
her
have
second.
To confer with Mark as to which game it was, but I bet we had more offensive fouls than we had defensive fouls. And, for a while there, it was like every trip down the court.
That's drawing as an assumption they were playing good defense, huh?
Well, they were always away from the ball.
Shot off the mark by Weathers. Offensive rebounds loose and goes out of bounds off of Canton, they say.
Stephanie Talbot going to re-enter the basketball game. Coming in for Kerrigan Locker, give her a little bit of a breather.
And she has 2 fouls as well. So you don't want to get her in any more foul trouble. She's the leading scorer. In fact, has all but 10 of the 12 points. Has 10 of the 12 points for the Hawks. Harrelson now between the circles. Exactly 3 minutes to play in the half. Dribbles to the wing. Dribbles through everybody. Throws up a wild shot. It won't go. Talbot with the rebound. Kicks it to Bruni. Bruni out of Hall. They'll whip it right wing now to Harrelson. Harrelson drives right baseline. Has it deflected, and now we've got a little extracurricular activity by the Canton player. But they're going to say it was off of Harrelson back to the Tigers. Again, here comes the full court pressure. Pearl has it, gets it off to Clay. Clay now into the front court to Weathers. They'll get it back to Clay. Again, Clay, just a freshman, runs the offense for the Tigers. Goal foul for right wing. In the mid-post area, shot with the left hand by Pearl is no good. Hall with the rebound for the Lady Hawks. 2:18 to play. We haven't had a bucket for some time. It's still 12-11.
I think the 2 points that Clopton has had here in the second quarter are both from the free throw line, weren't they, Jim?
Well, I don't have it in quarters, so I can't answer that.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that Bruni got both of those free throws.
And Bruni is tied up in a alternating jump ball situation, alternating arrow, and the Lady Hawks will get it back, and they're going to bring Lockard back into the game with 2 fouls. With 2:01 to play in the half. I'm pretty sure she got instructions, do not foul.
Yeah, I feel certain.
Harrelson to triggered inbounds. She looks, and it's deflected right back into Harrelson's hands, and she caught it. Problem is, she's standing out of bounds.
Yep.
So the turnover, the 8th, will give the ball back to Canton with 1:59. Full court pressure still by the Lady Hawks.
And Madison Parrish going to re-enter the basketball game. She's going to come in now for Lockard.
Good move there. Still full court man pressure by the Hawks. Pearl to trigger inbounds, gets it to Clay. She'll get it in the front court. Now she's going to go to the bucket. She puts it up off the glass and good, and there's a whistle on the foul. Blocking foul on Hall.
And that'll be her second, I believe.
Clay with a nice move to the hoop. And she'll get the bucket and the foul and go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. She's got 8 of Canton's 13 points. And the free throws, no good. Hall with the rebound. We're down to 1:50 play in the half. Harrelson drives the length of the floor and double dribbles. 9th turnover. Lockett will come back into the game. This time taking a seat will be Talbot. 13-12. Biggest lead of the night, 4 by Canton and 2 by the Lady Hawks. Still full court pressure. They're going to get another steal. Lockett picks it up, gets to Akers. She backs out beyond the arc to Harrelson. Harrelson dribbles in between 2 defenders, and we've got a whistle and a blocking foul.
She'll go to the free throw line and get the 1-and-1.
That'll be on Clay, her first. And that'll send Harrelson to the charity stripe for the first time, the junior, with a 1-on-1 opportunity. First one's up and good. She'll get a second. We're tied at 13.
We were kind of course, anxious to see where Harrelson would pick up after her year last year, Jim, but it looks like, for the most part, it's about right where she left off.
Second free throw bounces off the back neck and high in the air and goes in. A little more aggressive, it looks like to me this year, which we would expect with a year older.
A little more confidence.
Ball's deflected out of bounds on the inbounds play, so Canton will get it right back, and Harrelson deflects it out of bounds once again.
She was part of the Montgomery County All-Tournament team.
Clopton went a different direction in that tournament than they have for a long time. Stolen by Lockard. Crossover dribble, gets to the block. Goes up and under, no good. Rebound by Feathers, and she'll throw it away.
You know, we talked about that a little bit, that I don't know that they'd seen the consolation side of that bracket, and I don't know when the last time that was. But Fulton was truly probably not a good 6th seed. They came in and ended up playing, I think, taking 3rd place in that tournament.
Down to 81 seconds to play in the half. Akers with it now in between the circles. Gets it over to Parrish, and she turns it over. Stolen by Clay. Clay to Guilfoyle, and she'll shoot the layup. Nice feed that time by Clay and finish by Guilfoyle. She's got 5 and the lead back to 1. 15-14 for the Tigers. Under a minute to play. High post now to Lockard. Right corner to Harrelson. She'll shoot the 3. Front of the rim. Back of the rim. No good. Pearl with the rebound. She'll outlet it to Clay. Clay into the front court now. To Guilfoyle, and she got away with a double dribble, but drives baseline and can't get it to go. Akers with the rebound. Down to 35 seconds. Let's see if she's going to take it to the glass.
Of course she
and
is.
We got a blocking foul.
First of all, she's about a foot shorter than that girl, so the best thing you can do is run into her because you know you're going to get the call, and you're going to go to the free throw line and get 2 free shots.
And she did, and that's Clay's second foul as well. And Akers will go to the line for the first time tonight, and she'll get a 2-shot opportunity. Back of the rim, no good.
So Talbert and Shanna Yates coming into the ball game now for the first time for Lockard and Parrish.
Akers will get a second free throw. She had a number of good games last year. She's a junior as well.
Pretty sure the one to take them all was winning the Bowling Green tournament at the buzzer, though. Let's be honest.
Off the glass, no less. Off the glass.
Off the glass, no less. I mean, going to state's pretty cool, but,
We're tied at 15. Let's see what Canton can do. They turn it over again, and oh, goodness. Talbert couldn't control her footing, and she'll turn it right back over. And Canton will have another chance at the final shot of the half. Tied at 15 in a low scoring game. Weathers gets it inbounds to Clay. Clay dribbles out of trouble. Kicks it outside. Open 3 from the corners. Way off the mark by Brewer. Pearl with the rebound. Down low to Weathers. She puts it up, and it's good. Raven Weathers with her first 2 points of the game. Clopton will have to hurry. Down to 6. Eggers in the front court to Harrelson. She'll shoot the 3 from the wing. No good. Rebound to Brewer, and that'll do it for the first half of action. Your score, the Canton Lady Tigers 17, the Clopton Lady Hawks 15. We'll be back with the halftime show after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 Halftime Report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 Halftime Report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
17-15 our score at half. The Canton Lady Tigers lead it. Hawks led at 8-7 at the end of the first quarter, and Canton outscored them 10-7 in the second.
And Jim,
it's been a slow-paced, offensively challenged basketball game.
I was going to ask, did turnovers get better for Canton in the second?
No.
Okay.
13.
Okay, well, they had 7 in the first. So.
And they got worse for Clopton as they have 10 now in the game.
I'm glad I'm not in the locker room right now.
Yeah, it's probably either locker room for that matter. Let's take a look at the scoring real quick for you. First for the Lady Tigers of Canton, Mariah Clay. She's got 8. Kenzie Guilfoyle with 5-2 each for Raven Weathers and Lauren Frazier. They were 0 for 1 from the free throw line. As we said, they turned it over 13 times. Their story, however, is 2 of their starters spent much of that second quarter on the bench. Abby Jarvis with 3, Lauren Frazier with 2, and Mariah Clay played this entire half with 2 fouls.
Oh.
So a little foul trouble for the Canton Lady Tigers. For the Hawks, it was Kerrigan Lockard. At one point, she had all 10 points. For the Lady Hawks, she finished the half with 10. Madeline with Bruni with 2, Megan Harrelson with 2, Taylor Akers with 1. The Lady Hawks were 6 for 9 from the free throw line, so pretty decent free throw shooting in that first half, and they turned it over 10 times. So, yeah, you're right. Going back to what we talked about in the pregame, offensively challenged and who's going to score?
Yeah.
Who's going to score? That's the question for Clopton and a number of the area teams this
Well,
year.
it's not going to take anybody long to figure out Kerrigan Lockard is who they're looking to. She's has the most height on the court for the Lady Hawks. Now, it doesn't take much either should Harrelson or Akers start getting hot behind that three-point line, and all of a sudden you have a completely different game. But as we've seen so far tonight, nobody is really hot behind the three-point line, I guess, except for Kerrigan Lockard, who hit the 3.
She hit the only 3, yeah. And
for the Hawks.
Kenzie Guilfoyle with 1 3 for Canton. So not much,
not
much outside
tonight.
shooting for anybody for that matter. So, the conversation in the locker room is going to be, let's take care of the basketball.
Yes.
For one, 10 turnovers and 13 for each respective club. That's about what you'd want to see in an entire game.
Yeah.
And you've got that in the first half. And then let's value our possessions and get some decent looks.
Well, and I'd like to see Clopton spread the court out a little bit more. I mean, they look almost congested once a shot is fired. I do want to see those kids follow their shots because that's something I've noticed that they've gone back. They're not doing as well. And that's as a whole across high school basketball. They're watching their shots and they're not following them.
Well, and the irony of the press has actually worked. It's created those 13 turnovers, but they haven't got any points off of those turnovers.
Correct.
You're used to seeing the Hawks press turn into layups, and that really hasn't happened. And with the bigger team from Canton, they haven't had open looks much at all with the size disadvantage that they come into this game with. Let's take a break. At half, 17-15, Canton leads it. We'll be back with more after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet. Their selection will surprise you with prices that can't be beat. Bowling Green Chevrolet is just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Bowling Green Chevrolet, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Oh.
Yeah.
That just kind of stopped all of a sudden, didn't it?
I'm not saying we caught Jim Ross asleep, but
well,
he was in deep thought about what to expect in the second half.
I was pondering, what do you do? What do you tell a team, either team for that matter, one that can't really take care of the basketball against the press, that's Canton, and two, Clopton is just having so much trouble getting shots against this bigger club. What do you tell them? Well,
Clopton is going to have to block out. That's key underneath there. You can't continue to let Canton get some of the rebounds that they're getting. So they're going to have to block out. You're going to, use what God gave you to push some girls out of the way.
Well, and the other thing you have to remember is that Canton played the whole second quarter without Jarvis and without Frazier, two girls that are 6 foot and 6'1".
Yep.
And they're obviously going to come back in the game to start the second half. So the challenges are going to return.
Yes, they are. And take care of the basketball. I mean, there's been several of those turnovers where it was happy feet or, just a shuffle here or there. Those are just mental mistakes that can't be made when you're playing, these teams, especially as the season goes along.
So we'll see what Coach Devin Street's drawn up. Was this her second or third year?
This is her second year.
I'm sorry.
This is her third year as head coach.
Mm-hmm.
See,
I've already got me think I'm nuts, aren't you?
No, it's as you mentioned, all these years run together.
And in case you forgot, they had a run all the way to the state tournament and finished fourth in Springfield.
And 2 really tight games too.
And as I said, we'll have a publication, the Full Court Press. It'll be out sometime soon, I hope.
It's a secret.
But it'll tell you about all the teams around the area and have some things to discuss. But one of the things that we talk about before the season is who's going to have what in terms of teams and who's going to be able to make the longest run. And I think last year, when you looked at it on paper, you just said nobody.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you ended up having Clopton make a run, as did the Van Far boys. And so we had 2 teams in Springfield last year. And so you sit here this year and you kind of say the same thing. Who's going to be the team that's going to make a run this year?
And I'm not saying that, we're going to see any of our teams make a run, but Coach Street had a very good point. She said one of the things that she has to keep in mind this year as we go along is it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. The whole game, key to the game is to get better every single game. And so, that's what they're going to have to focus on.
Let's take a quick break. We've got about a minute before the second half. We'll be back with that second half after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
It's that special time of year when the snow starts to fall and you see the twinkle of lights decorating homes around town. During this holiday season, People's Bank & Trust wants to remind you to take time out from the hustle and bustle to cherish the moments you spend with your family and friends and remember the spirit of the season. From all of us at People's Bank & Trust, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. People's Bank & Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Brown's Processing, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Old Top's Pawn Shop.
Well, Canton started the second half with the ball and started just like they started the first half with a turnover. The Hawks get it back. And Lockard does what she did the entire first half, scores points off the get-go, and we're tied at 17. She's got 12 for the game, leading all scorers. Again, the full court pressure, this time in a zone fashion, and Canton turns it over.
Well,
15 turnovers for the game. Yeah, first 2 trips down. So whatever that conversation was about taking care of the basketball in the Canton locker room, it hadn't sunk in yet.
It didn't resonate.
Looks like they're going to drop into that little matchup zone, will the Tigers. Actually, maybe it is a 2-3 zone. Not much following of the Cutters at this point. So they're going to challenge Clopton to see if they can shoot it from the outside. Try and get Lockard out of the paint. She's got it. Throws it off the foot of Parrish, and it's out of bounds. 11th turnover of the game. First of the second half for the Lady Hawks. We'll go away. We'll have the boys' game immediately following this. Should be a competitive affair as well. Into the front court, Frazier for the Tigers to Jarvis, now right wing to Feathers. She'll shoot the 3, in and out, no good. Rebounds loose on the floor, still loose. And Hall comes out of it, gives it right to Jarvis. She'll hand it off to Frazier. She misses a wide open shot, gets her own rebound. It won't go again. Jarvis puts it back up. It's no good, but we've got a whistle and a foul.
And I couldn't tell, I believe it's based on body language. I'm guessing it's going to go against Hall.
That's going to be my guess. Jarvis will.
Yes, and that is her third.
It is. Lockard with 2 as well. Jarvis with the left hand fires the first, and it's good. She'll get a second. 2 left-handers on this Canton team. That's kind of interesting. Don't see that every day.
I could explain a lot of things, and I'm not gonna lie. You know those left-handed people.
I was going to leave that alone.
I only said it since Mark Froenick was sitting right next to me.
Well, you kind of act left-handed some of the time, so.
Hey.
Ooh, almost a travel there by Parrish.
First of all, why would you insult left-handed people by saying that about me? They didn't do anything to you.
Harrelson's shots off the mark, no good. And Canton with the rebound. 18-17 our score. As the Tigers still lead it, and almost stolen away, deflected near the backcourt line, saved by Clay to Jarvis. She'll set things up to Clay. She's open from the left wing. She'll fire a 3. It's an air ball. Goes off of Hall's fingertips, out of bounds, back to the Tigers.
And I noticed that Harrelson got up kind of rubbing her hip a little bit there. I don't know if she landed a little wrong, but we'll see if that affects her the rest of the game or not.
On the inbounds pass, they get it into Frazier. Out to Weathers. Her 3's no good. Long rebound to Clay. Clay now in the post to Jarvis. She'll kick it out to Pearl. Her shot won't go. And Hall with the rebound, and we've got a traveling violation.
So apparently taking care of the ball, turnovers didn't go well in the Clopton locker room either.
You got that right. 12 now for the Hawks as Yates will return. Shanna, a freshman. Hall will take a seat with her 3 fouls. Clay to trigger it inbounds. Got Jarvis open from 16 from the corner. It's no good. Yates tracks down the rebound. She'll hand it to Akers with 5:25 to play in the third. 18-17, Canton on top. Yeah, you're right, folks. It is the third quarter. It is a low-scoring game against this 2-3 zone. Parrish to Akers between the circles now as Talbot will get up off the bench, and they try and force it inside. It's loose on the floor, still loose, and we've got a timeout. 5:04 to play in the third. 18-17, Canton leads it. A 30-second timeout. Actually, they're going to change it to a full by the Lady Hawks. We'll step aside as well. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Midwest Pest Professionals offers monthly, bi-monthly, and quarterly services. Guaranteed service with no long-term contracts. If you're having a problem within 30 days of your treatment, they will come retreat at no charge to you. Midwest Pest Professionals in Bowling Green.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silex can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Vernon and Judy Brown are the owners and operators of Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Highway 61 in Silex. Brown's Smokehouse Meats also invite you to stop by their retail location in Troy at 185 East Cherry Street. For all your smokehouse meats, deer processing, and homemade sausage, be sure to visit Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Silex and Troy.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Welcome back to Clopton High School. Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart. We've got Mark Froenick alongside with us as well. And as what has been a close competitive game from the outset. And out of the timeout, the Hawks have the basketball, trailing 18-17. Akers against the 2-3 zone to Lockard. Lockard leads all scorers with 12. Back to Akers, head of the key now to Talbot. Talbot looks for some space, can't find it. And they'll reset it with Akers at 4:40 to play in the third. There's some good-looking nachos that guy just brought in here, too.
I was kind of thinking about that myself, I'm not going to lie.
Lockard drives baseline, and we've got a whistle and a foul. They'll call that on Pearl.
They also called it on the floor, so it'll be out of bounds for the Lady Hawks.
That'll be her first. Brooke Brewer will come in. Pearl will take a seat.
They threw up number 35, so I'm not sure if they've changed that or not.
On the inbounds, Lockard with the catch. They'll reset it now with 4:30 to play in the third. Akers on the dribble, looks for some space left wing, hands to Lockard in the corner. Lockard dribbles out of trouble to Akers between the circles, and they'll reset it. Right side now to Talbot. Talbot gets it down low to Yates. Her shot's partially blocked and goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Hawks.
I think she was looking to draw the foul on that one as she went up amongst some trees.
They'll throw it in, Will Akers from the baseline right side of the paint for the Lady Hawks. 18-17. Canton still on top. on the inbounds. No problem with that. They get it to Akers. She's open for three from the corner. Back to the rim. That goes in. Bounced straight up in the air. And that's the old shooter's touch if I've ever seen one. And the Hawks retake the lead at 20-18, matching their biggest lead. And against the full court pressure, Clay is fouled
by Akers.
By Akers, her first. And the team's second in the half. And Canton will have it in their backcourt. Clay throws it over the top to Weathers. Now into the high post to Jarvis. Left side now to Brewer. Her shot from 16 is no good. Parrish will check that. Frazier with the rebound, and she gets it to go. Are they going to call an over-the-back foul, or are they going to count the basket? We shall see. Yep, they're going to call it on Frazier, over the back on the rebound. Her third. That's the age-old story of the taller player just getting a foul call on her because she's taller.
Yeah.
Only by about a foot taller than Akers, actually, on that particular play. But nonetheless, the Hawks get the break and the ball. Wipes out the basket. And the lead stays at 2 for Canton, or Clopton, at 20-18. Akers into the corner now to Kerrigan, far side. They're trying to get it inside. It's deflected by Frazier, out of bounds. And the Hawks will get it back.
They'll have it under their own basket on the far side in front of the cheerleaders, who, by the way, are sporting new uniforms this year.
Are they?
They are.
You just got inside information. You couldn't.
Or
just
I just
noticed.
Not
a chance in the world of that happening. They working around to Akers, left corner, I should say. She turns down a three-pointer, and she'll dribble between the circles and reset a crossover dribble into the paint to Lockard. Lockard drives right baseline, nothing doing there. Back to Akers. Akers gets away with a carry, but gets it off to Talbert. Talbert drives baseline, loses the handle, out of bounds. Back to the Tigers.
It may have been, I heard Linda Parrish ask Coach Street how she liked the new uniforms.
There you go. Now the truth comes out.
Jim, I can't believe you didn't think I would notice new uniforms.
A little 1-2-1-1 press this time by the Hawks. No problem for the Tigers. Weathers is going to shoot the three from the right wing. It's short, no good. Lockard with the rebound. She'll look to run with the lead by 2. Lockard gets it to the elbow to Yates. Her three ball short. Rebound to Frazier. Frazier pulls up now. Will hand it back to Clay. And she'll walk it across the timeline with 2:35 to play in the third. To the head of the key, she'll just pop the three. Back to the rim, no good. Rebounds deflected and tracked down by Akers. Akers to the other end, had Lockard or check that Talbot, couldn't get it to her for the layup. So now they'll reset the offense with 2:20 to play in the third. Akers now to Talbot. They try and throw it in the highest post, stolen by Clay. 14th turnover of the game. Clay's going to take it to the glass. Her shot's no good. They get the rebound, do the Tigers, and Clay will fire another three from the far corner. It won't go. Lockard with the rebound. Up and down we go. No ball's going in the bucket. And Lockard's going to run into the defender and charge. You could see that one coming from about 10 steps before it actually happened, unfortunately.
It's almost a game of chicken there to see if that person's actually going to move.
Stand there, yeah.
And to be honest with you, Kerrigan's not what I would call a big player, so you kind of take your chances on that to see if she's really going to knock you over.
On the press, though, Canton throws it baseball pass style too long and turns it right back over.
So Harrelson returns for Talbot, and looks like Hall returns for Parrish.
With 1:48 to play in the third.
Now, don't get me wrong. If Kerrigan Locker is coming at me at full speed, I guarantee you I'm moving.
Well, she ran into Jarvis, though, and Jarvis is 6 foot, so it's not, there's two of the bigger girls on the court crashing into each other. Akers' three is partially blocked. She gets her own rebound. It's blocked, and now it's loose, and it's going to go out of bounds. They'll say off of Clopton. So the Tigers will get possession as Guilfoyle will return, and Weathers will take a seat for Canton. 1-2, 1-1, full court pressure by Clopton. Clay now gets it across the timeline up to Guilfoyle. Guilfoyle pulls up now underneath to Frazier. Her shot's up and good. She turned around and there was no defense at home. She's got 4 and we're tied at 20. Down to 70 seconds to play in the third, and Clay is going to foul. That'll be her third. She just ran into Harrelson. Don't quite get that, but the Hawks will get it back. Lockard in the far corner with the dribble, nowhere to go to Harrelson. Harrelson to Akers between the circles now. Under a minute to play in the third. Akers to the left corner to Lockard. Back to Akers. Showing patience. Now to Hall. She'll shoot it from the right elbow from 15 feet. No good. Jarvis with the rebound. And Canton can play for the last shot. Let's see if they do. They won't. They never do when I say that.
I was going to say, Jim, what are you talking about?
36 seconds. They're not going to do that. Into Frazier. She drop steps to the glass, up and good. Lauren Frazier with a nice move to the hole that time. She's got 6. And Canton retakes the lead at 22-20. Down to 24 seconds. Harrelson with a crossover dribble in the paint. She'll put it up off the glass. No good. And 2 Canton players have it. But they're going to call a jump ball. I guess Yates maybe had her hands in there as well. And on the alternating arrow, with 18 seconds to play, the Hawks will get it back.
Maybe Clopton will go for the last shot for you.
I'm betting they do. Harrelson to Akers. Shoot it. They're just shy. And Harrelson's going to fire it. Front of the rim, no good.
So much for that last shot.
Clay with the rebound. She's going to have to hustle with 9 seconds. Get to the head of the pack. Up to Brewer. She'll stop, put it off the glass. It's no good. Harrelson with the rebound. Down to 3, down to 2. She takes a look at the clock, gets it off at the buzzer. It's no good. And that'll do it for the third quarter of action. Your score, the Canton Lady Tigers 22, the Clopton Lady Hawks 20. Fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. You won't have to get out in the weather. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more about online banking and bill pay at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Well, 5 points by each team in the third quarter.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it's 22-20. Canton with the lead. Clopton led 8-7 at the end of the first quarter. A 10-7 scoring advantage for the Tigers in the second quarter. They led by 2 at half. They lead it by 2 as we start the fourth, and they have the basketball. And the turnovers have not stopped. 16 for Canton, 14 for Clopton, and Canton turns it over on the first inbounds pass of the fourth quarter. Hawks come back quickly. Man, they got to get something going offensively. Right wing to Harrelson. Harrelson tries to get it inside, and she's run over by Frazier, and that'll be 4 on Lauren Frazier. Neither team anywhere near the bonus, just the 4th team foul. On Canton, 3 on Clopton. Harrelson to throw it in underneath her own basket, right side. Looks, gets it to Lockard over on the far sideline. Back to Harrelson. She finds some space, goes to the glass, and it's blocked. Blocked by Jarvis. And Canton comes away with the loose ball. Clay into the front court for the Lady Tigers. Jarvis right wing. Holds it above her head, gets to Frazier. She'll take it to the glass. It's up and good.
Well, Logan Hall playing a little gingerly as she's playing with, 3 or 4 fouls?
She's got 3, if my scoring is correct. But Frazier all of a sudden gets it in the post and takes it to the hole as Lockard's shot from 17 won't go. And Canton has a 4-point lead, matching their lead, largest of the game. And Guilfoyle can't track down the long baseball pass, and it goes out of bounds. Back to Clopton, turnover number 18.
Clopton needs probably a big 3 ball here.
They do. They need to shift this zone somehow with a skip pass, set some backside picks or something to free somebody up. And they've got, Harrelson and Akers. They can both hit the 3 if they get their feet set. And they're both spot-up shooters. pass to the wing was deflected and loose on the floor. Entry pass is the word I was looking for. And on the alternating arrow after a tie-up, the Hawks will get it back. Harrelson will take a seat. Talbert will come in for the Lady Hawks. 6:51 to play in the ball game. Canton leads by 4, 24-20. On the inbounds, they get it to Hall. She's wide open. She'll shoot the layup and score. Her first points of the game. And it's a 2-point lead, 24-22. Clay in the front court. Nobody stops the ball. Drives all the way to the baseline. Puts it up. It won't go. Lockard with the rebound. She'll look to run. Tried to pass the head. Kind of fumbled away. Hall comes away with it. And now they'll slow things down and reset it with 6:20 to play in the fourth. Right wing now to Lockard. Inside to Hall. Oh, she couldn't find the handle. And it's a turnover. Number 15. Boy, she had a wide open layup and she could have made the catch. And now Canton slows things down. Clay. Right wing now to Jarvis. Jarvis looks to Frazier, dribbles no to the left elbow to Clay. Clay, right wing now to Guilfoyle. She'll shoot the three. Back of the rim, no good. Long rebounds, tracked down by Frazier on the far sideline, and she has it nearly stolen away, or she's tied up actually by Lockard.
And I noticed that Kerrigan came up really quick. She thought she was going to get a foul.
On the alternating arrow, Clopton will get, or check that, Canton will get it back, leading by 2. Clay in the far corner to Jarvis. They'll look to get it into Frazier. She's guarded by Lockard. Clay now recycles things center court. Right wing now to Jarvis. Jarvis to the block of Frazier, and she's going to be tied up by Lockard once again. And the alternating arrow will give the ball back to the Hawks. 24-22, Canton still on top. I think this one's going down to the wire, Marianne.
I believe you're probably correct.
Akers on the dribble against the 2-3 zone still. Canton still staying packed in pretty tightly. They get it to Lockard, now to Hall. Hall pulls up from 10, no good. Jarvis with the rebound for the Tigers. Down to 5:10 to play in the game. Clay on the crossover dribble to the left elbow, now spins in the paint, kicks it to Jarvis. She's open from 16, does a 360, in and out, no good. Hall with the rebound for Clopton. To say that both teams have been cold offensively could be the understatement of the night.
It's like saying it's nice and warm outside,
Yeah.
Just as chilly in here as it is out there.
Inbounds pass deflected and stolen away by Canton. 16th turnover of the game for the Lady Hawks.
Yeah, and neither team has gotten their groove tonight.
And Canton's coach, Danielle Baker, wants to take a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside as well. 24-22, Lady Tigers lead. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Hankey Construction has been building quality new and custom-built homes. If you can dream it, Hankey Construction can build it. Custom homes built right. Hankey Construction, 2547 North Highway 61 in Troy.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Air Evac, Spring Hollow Coffee, and J&D Tire and Auto.
24-22, Canton leads it. 4:39 to play in this first ball game of the night and the week.
Of the week, yeah. I was going to say we have another game tonight, and then you and Mark be back in action on Thursday night with that EMO conference rivalry. Ellsbury will make a trip here to Clopton.
And I think we've got 3 games on tap next week before Christmas break. So the Tigers will have it out of the timeout. They get it into Clay. Brewer into the game for Canton. Clay gets it inside to Frazier. Her drop step turn to the bucket. She's done that 4 times now in the second half. She's got 8 in the half, 10 in the game. And the lead is, what did 24-22 before that? I thought it was. There it is. They put it up finally. 26-22. So Clopton now is going to have to step up a little bit offensively as Canton looks like they're switched up back into a sagging man-to-man defense after that timeout.
Well, that and it looks like they're ready to play a little more aggressively here in the final.
Pulls up from 10. It won't go. Hall with the offensive rebound. Her putback's up and good. Logan Hall with 4 on the game. And it's 26-24. Full court pressure once again. In the backcourt, Frazier now gets it across the timeline. Dribbles and is fouled from behind. Yep, got hit from behind by Stephanie Talbot. Talbot, her first. Team's 5th, so Canton will have it underneath their own basket. With 3:41 to play in the game. Clay lobs it into Jarvis. Gets it back on a pick. Right wing 3. In and out, no good. Frazier can't quite find the handle. It's loose on the floor. And we've got a jump ball.
Possession arrow stays with Canton.
Had a number of jump balls today. And you are right, Canton on the inbounds. Clay looks. She'll get it to Brewer. Brewer back to Clay in the corner, down to 3:30 to play in the game. 26-24, Canton on top. Brewer right wing now. Had the key to Jarvis. Left wing to Clay. She'll shoot the 3. Front of rim, no good. Frazier with the offensive rebound, put back. It won't go. And Hall with the rebound for the Hawks to Lockard. She'll throw it ahead. The catch made by Talbot. Her shot's up and good. And we're tied at 26. Here comes the full court pressure again. See if the Hawks can speed this game up a little bit. Down to 2:51, and Clay's going to be fouled by Akers, just her second. And the team's 5th. Check that. Is that right? 5th? Maybe
that is
6th.
correct. Mm-hmm. No, I think
5th. 5th is right. Okay. We're tied at 26. Brewer gets it into Clay over on the far sidelines. They lob it down low to Jarvis. She makes the catch. Her shot won't go, but she'll be fouled by Talbot. That'll be her second foul, and that'll send Abby Jarvis to the free throw line, where she'll get 2 shots.
Well, that is the 16th foul now for the Hawks, so that means, Canton at least is shooting the rest of the game.
Jarvis 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Shoots it with the left hand, up and good. She'll get a second. The lead is 1 with 2:46 to play. Jarvis, just a junior. Second one, a high arcing free throws, no good. Lockard with the rebound for the Hawks. So the lead is 1 for Canton. Akers into the front court now for the Lady Hawks. Directs traffic against this man-to-man defense. Right wing to Talbot. She's going to travel. Dribbled, picked it up, took a little step, and turns it over. And we have a timeout on the floor. Clopton will call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. 2:33 to play in the game. 27-26 Canton. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Craig Bowen CPA encourages everyone to get out and support their favorite high school sports teams this season. As a proud sponsor of all the area athletes, Craig Bowen CPA hopes to see you filling the stands to show your support. Showing the area athletes they always have your support is what's key. Craig Bowen CPA on the square in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
27-26, Canton leads it. 2:33 to play in the ball game. Canton has it in the backcourt. Full court pressure, full court man pressure by the Hawks. No problem getting it in bounds. Now Clay will get it into the front court with a little stress for the Tigers. Had the key to Guilfoyle. She was going to shoot the 3 in front of the rim. No good. Frazier with the rebound. Her putback's up and good. Lauren Frazier with a big second half. 10 in the half, 12 for the game. And the lead is 3 at 29-26 to Lockard at the head of the key. Has it stolen away by Clay. Clay will head the other way. Can she get to the bucket? She cannot. She'll be fouled by Lockard. But she'll go to the line and shoot 2 shots. That's 4 on Kerrigan Lockard. And Mariah Clay, who had 8 in the first half, has not scored in the second. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 shots. She's just a freshman. First one off the back of the rim, no good. Still a 1-possession game for the Lady Hawks. 2:06 to play in the ball game. Second free throw by Clay from the rim. It's short. Frazier on the offensive glass up. It won't go. Rebound's loose on the floor. Still loose. Who's going to come away with it? And they're going to say it's off of Akers. And the Lady Tigers will have it. Free throw line extended with 1:59 to play, leading by 3. Jarvis to throw it in. Baseball pass to Clay on the near sideline. She'll pass it back to Jarvis. It's too tall for her. The turnover will give it back to the Lady Hawks. 20 turnovers in the game for the Tigers.
Woo.
It's not very often you turn the ball over 20 times and you're leading a game.
Yeah, Megan Harrelson returns the basketball game for Yates. So now they've got, I think, almost 4 3-point shooters in the basketball game now.
Canton will drop back into 2-3 zone, and Locker to shoot it from 16. No good. Harrelson with the rebound. She tries to go up, but there's a whistle on a foul. Is that going to be on Jarvis? No, they're going to call it on 20, which is Brooke Brewer, her first. They're going to say it was in the act of shooting, and so Megan Harrelson will go to the line, and she'll get 2 shots. First one's up and good.
Tell you what, the confidence she shoots those free throws with, it's almost like she knows it's going in.
Got a good rotation, good follow through. And she's now 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And that's a 1-point lead for the Tigers. Clay in the backcourt against the full court pressure, gets it into the front court, into a double team, and throws it away. Stolen by Lockard. Or check that Talbert. She's going to take it to the glass. Up, no good. Lockard with the rebound. Now it's knocked away, loose on the floor. And Akers will come away with it. And it's deflected out of bounds by Clay. Ooh, she got away with a foul. And the Lady Hawks will have it free throw line extended far sideline with 1:22 to play in the ball game.
Jim, it's only a foul if you get caught.
That's for sure. Hawks get it in bounds. Harrelson's going to fire 3 from the rim, no good. Rebound by Talbert. She'll go to the glass with the left hand. It won't go. Hall with the offensive putback. It's no good. But there's a whistle and a foul, and Logan Hall will go to the line. And she'll get 2 shots with 1:12 to play in the ball game.
Well, since she was 0 for 2 her last time at the line, we're going to do this. It worked for Montgomery County. If she misses, she's going to have to spend time in the gym shooting free throws.
She did not. We're tied. She's got 5. She'll get a second.
And she'll go back and listen to this, and I'll probably get a text later.
Unless she misses this one. It's a good rotation. It's good. And the Hawks take the lead, 30-29, 1:10 to play in the game. Clay breaks the pressure now into the front court. Dribbles to the right wing. He's got Jarvis at the head of the key. She'll get it inside to Frazier. Stolen away by Lockard. Lockard heads the other way. She's got a full head of steam, and it's blocked and goes out of bounds. Good defensive play that time by Jarvis.
Absolutely, I was going to say, because you know she was looking to draw the foul.
56 seconds to play in the ball game. Clopton 30, Canton 29. A full timeout by the Lady Hawks. Don't go away. We'll be back to finish after this on Eagle 102.
County Market in Louisiana is there for you when life is crazy. While you're chasing your favorite sports teams throughout the season, remember County Market has hot and ready meals at their deli and fresh sweets in the bakery. County Market in Louisiana wishes all the area teams the best of luck this season.
This moment of relief brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Visit Cindy Blaylock Agency in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Eolia Landscaping Supply, Meyer Implement in Calumet, Missouri.
30-29, Lady Hawks lead it. 56.3 seconds to play in the ball game. Their biggest lead of the night has been 2.
Yeah, it's been a very close game all the way around. I think Canton's only led by 4. So
the Hawks will have it after the timeout underneath their own basket. Left side of the paint. Harrelson will trigger it in. Let's see what they've got drawn up. They'll get it into Lockard. She'll dribble out of trouble. Or are they going to try and hang on to it and force Canton to foul?
That would be me, but that's why I'm not a coach.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Guilfoyle didn't take a lot of time, which is a wise move with 46 seconds to go, and that'll send Akers to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. She is 1 for 2 so far tonight. She's got 4 points for the game. Akers, the junior, with the right hand, fires. Front of the rim, won't go. Frazier with the rebound for the Tigers. They can take the lead with a bucket. Down to 39 seconds. Clay's wide open. She tries to force it into Frazier, but she's going to be fouled from behind by Lockard. And I believe that's 5 on Lockard. It is.
That sure is. And they wanted somebody to come out and foul. Is it Clay?
Clay.
And they didn't quite get the memo.
Well, there wasn't anybody guarding her.
Well, that too.
There was nobody within 20 feet of her. So Frazier will go to the line, and she'll get a 1-on-1 opportunity. First one's on its way. No good. Rebounds loose on the floor. We're going to have a big tie-up, and on the alternating arrow, the Hawks will get it back. Oh, my. What if it was a jump ball situation? Whew. No, they're going to say Canton gets it. No, now they're going to change their mind. So 32 seconds to play. Here comes some full court pressure by Canton. Let's see if the Hawks can get it inbounds. As soon as they do, they will foul them. Akers tries to get away from Jarvis, but Jarvis is able to track her down and foul her from behind. That'll be 4 on Jarvis. And Taylor Akers back to the line with a 1-on-1 free throw opportunity. It'll still be a one-possession game no matter what happens here.
Now Akers has to remember the whole shooting free throws next day in practice.
There you go. With the right hand, she shoots a high archer, and it's none of the net. She'll get a second now. 2-point lead now, 31-29. 30.3 seconds to play in the game. Akers has been in these pressure situations last year as she started as a sophomore, and she makes them both. And it's a 3-point lead, 32-29. Let's see if Clopton wants to try and foul, not allow him to take a 3-point shot.
And that is Clopton's largest lead of the night.
It is. Guilfoyle dribbles, drives baseline, puts it up off the glass, and it's good. Kenzie Guilfoyle with a shot that crawled over the rim, and it's a 1-point lead, 32-31. Let's keep it right here. 18.2 ticks to play in the ball game, and Canton calls a timeout. And Marianne, after a slow, low-scoring affair, now all of a sudden here late in this game, we've seen some offense as both teams have scored 10 points or more in the second half. And the most either team had scored any other quarter is 10.
Yeah, so. And I know it's going to be very difficult to do, but really this is where Clopton needs to put their keep-away game in. Running away from them and not letting them foul them. 18.2 seconds. Yeah, you want to get to the line. You want to, drop some free throws, but then you risk, not making the free throws, them getting the rebound and getting the last-second shot off. So you need to burn as much clock as you possibly can.
Well, the first thing Canton's going to do is put the big girls on the ball and try and front as much as they can and deflect any kind of passes and jam up the passing lanes. And then if they do get it inbounds, Canton will foul immediately with 18.2 seconds to play. So you've got Harrelson and Akers, two pretty good free throw shooters in the backcourt. Hall will take it out. She will be able to run the baseline if she wishes.
And obviously no baseball passes.
And we've got an illegal pick on the inbounds, which is an offensive foul these days, on Harrelson. So Canton's going to get it back, holy smokes, with a chance to win the ball game. 18.2 ticks to play. Clay will trigger it inbounds. She looks. She gets it to Jarvis on the block, and we've got a whistle and a foul on Talbert, I believe.
That is who they call it on.
That'll be her third, and so Abby Jarvis will go to the line where she's 2 for 4 from the charity stripe with a 1-and-1 free throw opportunity.
It'll be 2 shots.
It is 2 shots, as that's the 10th team foul. Greg Ellis picks that up in the nick of time. So Jarvis can relax a little bit with 2 opportunities. First one's up, front of the rim, backboard, and drops. 17 seconds. Oh, my. Are we going to have our first overtime?
Jim, bite your tongue.
I know it. I hate that. I was hoping I was going to give a little reverse luck. But she makes them both. And it's 33-32. Clopton's going to have to hurry. 16 seconds, and we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. We'll take a 30-second break. 33-32, Clopton trails by 1. You listen to the Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Eolia Landscape Supply is more than just mulch and decorative rock. They carry a variety of seasonal items as well. Now's the time to go find that live Christmas tree. Eolia Landscape can help make those memories that last a lifetime. Eolia Landscape Supply, 290 North Old Highway 61 in Eolia. Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
33-32, Canton with the lead. Clopton has the basketball. They'll have it at the 28-foot mark in the back court with 14.9 seconds to play in this ball game. Canton does not want a foul. They're going to have Akers throw it in. She goes about 5'4", and she's guarded by Jarvis, who goes at 6'1".
Who looks like she's about 5'10", or about 6'10".
They get it to Harrelson in the backcourt. She'll dribble into the front court, into the paint. It's knocked loose, free, and they got to have a whistle and a foul as Parrish picked up the loose ball, and they call a foul on Guilfoyle, her first. And so Madison Parrish will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
For 1-on-1.
With a 1-on-1 opportunity with 8.9 seconds to play in the ball game. She's a senior, so she's been around a bit. And it rolls in. Hit the rim, hit the backboard, set on the front of the rim for a tick or two, and drops. She will get a second. We're tied at 33. Madison Parrish with the second. It's up, and it rattles around. It drops as well. So Canton's going to have to hurry. Well, there's a whistle and a timeout. Is it going to be a full timeout?
I don't think so. Yep, 30-second.
30-second timeout. So let's keep it right here. We don't want to miss the end of this. 2 free throws by the senior that rattled around, rolled around, sat on the rim, and both dropped.
Want to make it dramatic, Jim.
And the Lady Hawks lead at 34-33 with 8.9 seconds. And, of course, the Hawks will come with full court pressure.
They will. And, unfortunately, this is one of those times that Kerrigan Lockard is sitting there kind of almost kicking herself a little bit for being out of the basketball game.
Because where Canton's going to go with the ball if they
Absolutely.
have time. They're going to go to Frazier inside, as she's had 10 points in the second half, all in the paint. And Kerrigan was trying to corral her while she was in the game. But they've got to get it into the front court first, and there's not a ton of time. So let's see what Coach Danielle Baker has drawn up. It'll be a man-to-man full court press by the Lady Hawks. Jarvis will trigger it inbounds for the Tigers. Will they try and throw it over the top? They don't. They throw it into Clay. She goes up the sideline, and she's going to be fouled by Akers. A blocking foul, dribbled kind of into a double team, almost a triple team. But the foul on Akers will send the freshman, Mariah Clay, to the free throw line. And she'll get 2 shots. She is 0 for 3 from the free throw line. She can tie this game or put the Tigers back on top. First one's up and good. Sure it is. 5.4 seconds to go. She'll get a second. Can the freshman knock this one down? What's Clopton going to do? Are they going to call timeout and hurry back? In and out, no good. Hall with the rebound to Harrelson. Down to 3, down to 2. She loses the handle. And they're not going to get a shot off, and that's going to do it for regulation.
And I am just getting ready to punch Jim Ross in his shoulder.
Goodness gracious. 34-34 our score. We've got our first overtime. Don't go away on Eagle 102.
Old Tops Pawn Shops has a wide variety of guns, jewelry, tools, and are overstocked on TVs. Don't forget to check out their computers and gaming systems. Old Tops Pawn Shop, Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for ego. Power beyond belief.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of our mobile and online banking services like mobile check deposit, text banking, and online bill pay. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Stop by either Bank of Louisiana location today for more details or to open an account. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Phone data rates may still apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Well, here we go for overtime. And a little bit of advantage as we got a foul right off the get-go on Akers.
And that's her fourth.
It is. Canton will have an advantage inside now as Kerrigan Lockard has fouled out in regulation. And you can expect Frazier and Jarvis to take up a lot of space. However, at this point, Mariah Clay will go to the free throw line, and she'll make the first. She'll get a second. As Clopton's over, actually both teams are over 10 now, so we'll shoot 2 free throws both ways from this point forward. Second free throws off the front of the rim, no good. Frazier with the rebound, her putback's up and good. So just what I suggested. The size advantage by Frazier, and she's pretty much a beast around the ring. And all of a sudden, it's a 3-point lead for Canton. Harrelson against a man-to-man defense by the Lady Tigers. Talbot now back to Harrelson. Check that, Akers to Harrelson in the far corner. She'll shoot it from 16, no good. Jarvis with the rebound for the Tigers. She'll get it off to Clay, and she'll slow things down and walk it up the court now with a 3-point lead. And 3:20 to play in the ballgame. Jarvis gets it into Frazier, and we've got a whistle and a foul, and that'll be on Hall.
That'll be her fourth, I believe.
And there's nothing against Hall, but she's going to have a hard time corralling Frazier inside because Frazier spreads out and is really good about making space for herself. She'll go to the line, however, after that foul, and she'll get 2 shots. First one's up and good.
Back to their largest lead of the night at 4.
She will get a second. With the right hand. Fires, and it's off the mark, no good. Rebound to Talbot. She'll push it up the court to Akers. Akers to the right sideline. Free throw line extended to Harrelson. Clopton's going to have to get with it here a little bit. Akers is open from 3, right wing. Off the front of the rim, no good. Parrish with the rebound. She nearly throws it away, but Harrelson corrals a loose ball. She'll dribble to the right side to the glass. Up, no good. Jarvis and Parrish. Parrish takes it away from her. Harrelson's shot's blocked now. Hall with the rebound. She'll get it to Parrish as chaos ensues. And now Harrelson will settle things down back to Akers between the circles with 2 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the game. 38-34, Canton on top. We are in overtime. And Harrelson throws it out of bounds. Turnovers had slowed down there for a bit.
Well, then we get excited because of overtime.
However, that's 18 for Clopton now, so they've caught Canton. Canton gets it inbounds to Clay, and she's caught from behind by Harrelson. It's going to go out of bounds off of Guilfoyle. 38-34. Clopton gets it back. 2:22 to play in the game, or in overtime. Hawks need a bucket. Akers into the front court now. To Harrelson. Harrelson now to Talbot as they kind of stare and look at this zone. Back to Akers. Akers now to Harrelson. Harrelson dribbles into the paint, goes up against the trees, nothing doing there. It's blocked, it's still loose on the floor, comes all the way out to Akers. Akers now tries to get it to Hall inside, it's deflected and stolen by Frazier. Frazier now is going to be tied up. Oh, they are going to call a tie up. On the alternating possession, the Canton faithful here in front of us don't believe that, but on the alternating arrow, the Hawks will get it back. Down to 1:40 to play in the game. On the inbounds, Hall to Talbot. Talbot with the left hand kicks it head of the key to Harrelson. Harrelson backs up, and they're looking a little lost without Kerrigan Lockett on the floor on the offensive end. Akers kicks it out to Harrelson after driving into the paint. Harrelson will pull up from 15. Good. Megan Harrelson, she's got 6, and it's down to a 2-point lead. 38-36, minute 15 to play in overtime. Jarvis now lobs it ahead to Guilfoyle. Gets it inside to Frazier. Her shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound still loose. Frazier will come up with a loose ball. Her shot won't go, and it's going to go out of bounds. Back to the Lady Hawks. 1 minute to play.
I'm actually pretty entertained that the fan in front of us is actually knitting while doing this game.
And hollering at the officials.
Yeah, and she's doing a good job. I mean,
back come the Hawks. Harrelson, she'll pull up from 15. It's no good. Rebound bounces out to Akers. Akers drives right baseline, pull up from 10. High archer, it won't go. Jarvis with the rebound, and she'll be tied up by Parrish. And Canton will get it on the alternating arrow, leading by 2. 45 seconds to play in overtime. Jarvis gets it into Frazier. Back to Jarvis in the backcourt. Jarvis looks for some help, gets it ahead to Clay, and she's going to be fouled by Harrelson. And I believe that'll be her second. And we'll go to the free throw line where Nariah Clay will shoot 2 shots.
I'm laughing only because on the scoreboard they haven't changed the team fouls for Canton to 10, so I guess they're still stuck at 9?
I don't believe so.
I didn't think so either, but
first one's good by Clay. She'll get a second. Well, actually, that foul was on Clopton.
Yeah, well, I thought they had 10 earlier. I'm not going to lie to you.
Second free throw is up and good. So the lead grows back to 4, matching the biggest lead. We've been here before. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. 30-second timeout. 40-36, I should say. Canton leads it. Listen to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Stop by Mike's Tire and Service Center for their fall oil change special. It's a 6-quart Haviland oil change. Conventional for only $30. Synthetic for only $50. Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Hinky Construction, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Perkins Electrical Services.
Well, Jim, they'd changed it on us. It was a 30, then they changed it to 60, so now we get to watch the cheerleaders.
Well.
While you devise a plan.
In their new uniforms.
Don't forget, we have boys action for you coming up still.
We do.
I hope it doesn't go to overtime since you brought it up earlier. And now here we are in overtime. Yes, it is going to be your fault.
You realize my bedtime's 9 o'clock, so if we're not done, I'm just going to go to sleep right here.
There's no doubt in my mind.
So the Lady Hawks will have it out of the timeout. As Canton still in their huddle. Leading by 4 are the Lady Tigers. 34.7 seconds to play in the ball game.
And I believe you said the Canton Lady Tigers win this one. It breaks a 9-game
losing streak. Yeah, Clopton's 12-3 in this series. They've won the last 9. Clopton gets it on the inbounds. Harrelson at the head of the key runs a little weave with Akers. Akers reverses field back to Harrelson. Harrelson still looking for some help with 21 seconds to go. And Canton doesn't want a foul, for crying out loud. Harrelson's going to drive in, and there we get the foul. And if that's on Frazier, that's her 5th.
There you go.
Well, is my scoring
Nope.
correct? It is.
Oh, yes.
That
yes.
is her 5th. So Harrelson will go to the line. Frazier will take a seat. She finishes with 10, 12, 13, 15, 13 of which were in the second half. So a great second half by Lauren Frazier. But this one's far from over as Megan Harrelson will go to the line and she'll get 2 shots. First one's up and good. She'll get a second.
See, this is where the old me would be like, oh, you bounce that off and try to get it right back. Bounce it back to you.
Well,
it's in overtime. You go for it.
You've got enough time to foul if you miss this one. But she's perfect from the line. tonight. She makes them both, and it's back to a 2-point lead. And Canton's going to have to burn a timeout. Do they have one left? I think they've got a 30 left, according to my, what is at best, shaky score sheet. So let's keep it here. 40-38. Canton with the lead and the ball, right?
Yeah, and I tell you what, I mean, it's a low-scoring game. Definitely was through 3 quarters. And then the fourth quarter, it's like everybody's like, okay, let's play this game. And really picked up and got exciting here in the fourth quarter. But
yeah, Clopton outscored Canton 14-12 in the fourth to tie the game. As Canton actually had a chance to win the game from the free throw line, but made only 1 of 2 free throws to tie it. And we went to overtime.
Well, I tell you what, one of these things that Clopton has to take away, regardless of the outcome of this basketball game, is they're not going to face many teams in this area that are as tall as Canton.
I would agree.
So, you're going to really pick up and learn how to defend this and, take the positives away from this.
So out of the timeout, Canton finally gets it in, but it's deflected off of Jarvis and out of bounds back to the Hawks. I told you it was a long way from being over.
I know. I learned not to question the Ross.
16.4 seconds, and the Hawks have it back underneath their own basket.
But they got to take care of the basketball here.
Harrelson triggered inbounds. They got to get it in for one, and we've got a whistle and a timeout. And
Coach Stree didn't like what she saw there, so we're going to drum up some wisdom here and see if she can come up with another inbound play.
As I said, my shaky score sheet, I didn't think she had any timeouts left.
Well, apparently she had a full.
Don't they just get 5 timeouts?
Well, don't you get more in overtime?
Oh, you get an extra one in overtime.
Yeah.
There's tricky little devils. I forgot about that one. So Canton has one left as well. So maybe my score sheet was right.
Yeah. So never question yourself. So, again, I was sitting here looking at this and thinking of our area teams. I know in the EMO they're not going to face anybody else this tall. And I can't really think, Paris maybe.
Paris still has the really tall Hamilton girl who –
is it Tori Hamilton?
She signed, what did I see? She signed to go somewhere, play Division I somewhere. Now I'm going to have to look it up.
No, I was going to say.
But she has signed.
And so that would probably be the next big height challenge they would have, and that's not going to come till district play.
That is true. They'll see a decent club, Monroe City.
Yes.
I guess they're still coming to the Clopton tournament. So let's see what they've drawn up. Trailing by 2, 16.4 seconds to play. Harrelson will trigger it inbounds. She looks. She gets it to Akers in the far corner. Akers dribbles out of trouble. Man-to-man defense. Harrelson for 3. It's good. Megan Harrelson drains a 3-pointer, and the Hawks lead by 1. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Holy smokes.
And the best part of this whole thing is the boys' team over in the locker room going crazy.
Harrelson threw it in bounds to Akers and then ran straight to the top of the key area, got it back and was open for a 3, and it rattled home. And the Hawks take the lead 41-40 with 5.6 seconds. Unbelievable.
Tell you what, nice play.
9 points in the second half for Harrelson.
Nice play that was drawn up there by Coach Street.
It worked to perfection. That's always a great play when the bucket goes in, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't, we'd be like, man, I don't know what she was doing.
So now they've got to play a little defense and not foul.
And not foul. That is the key there more than anything else is do not foul. I mean, you obviously don't want to let them run down and shoot a layup, but at the same time, do not give them the opportunity to go to the free throw line and make those points with the time stop.
Well, Canton's got a size advantage, but their ball handling skills, Clay is decent, but she's just a freshman. And so their ability to throw it over the top is limited, but they're going to have to do something quickly with 5.6 seconds to play in this overtime period.
And really, Clopton really jammed him up last time, almost got the 5-second call on that one. So, again, play smart.
They're a little quicker, Clopton is now, with the smaller lineup, so that'll play into their advantage. Let's see what Canton has drawn up. Yep, they're going to try the baseball pass, but it's going to be well short. Harrelson with the steal. It's loose on the floor. It's still loose, and Canton's going to recover the loose ball, and that's going to do it for the ball game. A chaotic end, but that'll do it. The Canton Lady Tigers fall to the Clopton Lady Hawks, and the streak goes to 10 in this series by the final score of 41-40 in overtime. We'll be back with the postgame show after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, folks. This is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community. Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
When you're ready to purchase your next vehicle, visit Pogue Ford in Bowling Green and enjoy your next buying experience. At Pogue, they go the extra mile to make sure you walk away with more than just a car or a truck. They'll give you an automotive home. Pogue Ford has the new or pre-owned vehicle you're looking for, and if they don't, they'll find it. Plus, they're available for all your automotive service needs. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Welcome back to Clopton High School, where we had quite a competitive game here in the girls' contest. The Lady Hawks come away with the victory in overtime, 41-40. Yeah, they led 8-7 into the first quarter. Did the Lady Hawks. Canton outscored them 10-7 in the second. Went to the locker room up by 2. 5 apiece for both clubs in the third quarter. Canton still led by 2, 22-20. Then a 14-12 scoring advantage for the Hawks in the fourth. And they tied it up at 34, and they outscored Canton 7-6 in overtime to win 41-40. It was not a thing of beauty.
No, there was nothing pretty about the game. I'm not going to lie.
Just to give you the turnovers will tell you how it was not a thing of beauty. 22 for Canton, 19 for Clopton. So that'll give you an idea of what went on. And we had 38 free throws shot in the game total as well. Let's take a look at the scoring. For Canton first, led by Lauren Frazier with 15. Mariah Carey with 12. 7 for Kinsey Guilfoyle. Abby Jarvis with 4 and 2 for Raven Weathers. Canton Lady Tigers were 9 for 18 from the free throw line. For the Lady Hawks, they were led by Kerrigan Lockard with 12. 11 for Megan Harrelson. 6 each for Taylor Akers and Logan Hall. 4 for Madeline Bruni. Check that, 2 for Madeline Bruni. And 2 for Stephanie Talbot as well. The Hawks, listen to this, 16 for 20 from the free throw line. So that, your little prophecy at the start of the game, make free throws, right?
Make free throws.
16 points from the free throw line out of 41 is a bunch.
It is.
So the Hawks raise their record to 3-1 on the season. Canton drops to 1-3. As we said, these teams have played for quite some time now. I think this was the 13th meeting overall in Clopton, or check that, 16th meeting as Clopton raises their record to 13-3, and that is 10 in a row for the Lady Hawks over the Canton Tigers.
All right, well, let's reset, and we'll have the Abel's postgame show for you coming up as we have boys action next here on Eagle 102.
Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
It's that special time of year when the snow starts to fall and you see the twinkle of lights decorating homes around town. During this holiday season, People's Bank and Trust wants to remind you to take time out from the hustle and bustle, to cherish the moments you spend with your family and friends, and remember the spirit of the season. From all of us at People's Bank and Trust, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Welcome back to Clopton High School as the girls' game's in the books, and it was a doozy, an overtime game. The Clopton Lady Hawks raised their record 2-3-1 on the season with a 41-40 victory over the Canton Lady Tigers. As I said, in overtime, and the boys' teams are on the floor, and we expect this one to be just as competitive as the girls' game. The Hawks come into the night's game with a record of 2-1 with a consolation trophy out of the Montgomery County tournament. And the Canton Tigers are 0-3. However, their 0-3 is a little bit deceiving.
Oh, absolutely.
As they've lost to two really good teams, two of the best teams in the area, Monroe City and Palmyra. And then they lost to Knox County by 4, and Knox is 2-3 on the season and no slouch in their own right. So the challenge, even though the Tigers come into this game at 0-3, the challenge will be great. And for the first time in many, many years, the Canton Tigers don't have Andy Anderson.
I know, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
It is. Robert Ash is the new head coach. Still has Doug Wilson as assistant. Doug's been up at Canton since Methuselah was a baby. And
you would know.
Yeah, unfortunately I would. And so they still have that consistency there. And, of course, on the Clopton bench, Tony France is in his second season.
And he's assisted, of course, by Matt Cannon.
And I'm not sure what that outfit is he's got on, but
it's called Relaxed. So
looks like he's ready to go to the beach or something.
He's comfortable.
Well, I guess that's one way to put it.
Hey, you know what? He's got a lot of yelling to do, so he's got to be comfortable to do it.
So the challenge for the Hawks is something that we talked about in the pregame. Who's going to score for them?
That's right.
They are challenged from the outside. They don't have any really good outside shooters. They got some guys that can go to the hoop and bang around. And I watched a couple of their games while I was in my chair sick last week while y'all were broadcasting.
You hear us talk about how much you like the weave?
Yeah. Yeah. Last Monday night, if I'd have been watching the weave, I'd have probably passed out. I was dizzy enough. So this will be a challenge for the Hawks as the Canton Tigers, similar to the Clopton Lady Hawks, the Canton Tigers in this series have won all 9 of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that I could find on the state website. And so they would like to see that streak come to an end for sure here tonight.
Yep. And I tell you what, we can take a quick break, talk about more as we have keys to the game for you. Coming up next as you're listening to the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show on Eagle 102.
I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet. Their selection will surprise you with prices that can't be beat. Bowling Green Chevrolet is just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
Well, do they ever change, Marianne?
Well, they do.
They do?
They do change. I mean, we have our standard keys, but this one really, Malik McPike has been strong for the Hawks, or at least he was over at the Montgomery County tournament. But the big thing with Malik is you've got to stay out of foul trouble. He's very aggressive down low in the paint, so especially when he's getting rebounds and things of that nature, he has a tendency to get a little, I think the word I used over there is chippy occasionally.
Well, and as we saw in the girls' game, this set of officials, they're not against blowing the whistle.
Yes, no, they definitely are not. So you need him to stay in the basketball game. Sean Yates, Zach Evans, those are usually the leaders out on the court. Dalton Struess has done great coming up off the bench. If he could be hot behind the three-point line, that would be spectacular. But, what we learned with the girls' game for sure, and something, of course, it's always there, is take care of the basketball. You're going to have to limit the turnovers against Canton because they're a smart basketball team.
Well, and the foul trouble thing's important, too. The Frazier girl fouled out in the girls' game.
Lockhart fouled out.
Lockhart fouled out for Clopton, but the Frazier girl had a big second half, and they were going to try and pound it inside her. Then when she fouled out, that kind of changed, especially with Lockhart already fouled out of the game. That was going to make things a little simpler for Frazier in the paint. But then when she fouled out, they lost that little bit of advantage that they had. And, of course, then you look at the free throws. Clopton was 16 for 20 from the free throw line in the girls' game. You got to make your free throws. Part of making free throws is you got to get to the line to shoot some.
Yes.
And I think Coach Francis preaches that. Let's get to the lane and let's make them guard us and get to the line if we can't, shoot the layups or get the easy shots. So we'll see how this plays out tonight. Looks like size-wise we're going to be pretty evenly matched in this ball game. Of course, Keenan Watts probably is going to be the biggest kid on the floor. He's about 6'5". And I look down Canton. Canton doesn't have any heights on their stuff. Actually, they do list Ben McKenzie at 6'6". So those are going to be your two big fellas on the floor tonight. And we expect this to be a competitive game. Don't forget next week, or I should say this week, on Thursday night, we'll be right back here at Clopton High School. And we'll have the old Clopton-Ellsbury Indian Hawks basketball rivalry between Clopton and Ellsbury.
Yep, it'll be fun. You and Mark Furnick will be on the air. Pre-game at 5:15, tip-off at 5:30 again.
Are we sure?
I did confirm that today.
It's a good thing Mark texted me because I was coming at about 5:30.
Well, it's one of those things that you get used to certain schools having their games at certain times, and all of a sudden, whoops, maybe they changed them.
I personally like the earlier start because, like I said, 9 o'clock is my bedtime. So.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, before we send it back to the station for a break, because we're going to have the national anthem here, some scores from the Monroe City Invitational Tournament. Mark Twain girls fell to South Shelby 45-71. The Van Far boys picked up a win 57-23. Remember, we'll always have a full recap of scores.
Who's Van Far beat? Who'd they play?
South Shelby. Both of them South Shelby.
Oh, were they?
We'll always have a full recap of scores for you on the scoreboard page at KJFM Eagle102.net. Plus, during Eagle 102 Sports beginning at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I think that'll take care of our countdown tip-off. We've got the national anthem and starting lineups for you coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Hello, everyone. This is Mark Gooden from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
High school basketball is on the air. Eagle 102 sports coverage of high school hoops is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, Bowling Green Chevrolet, the Bib Beach Funeral Homes LLC and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Banks of Missouri, Kathy Clean, JD Tire and Auto, Meyer Implement Company, By County Market in Louisiana, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Bowling Green Insurance Agency, Family Drug, Ingram Plumbing, the Air Evac Life Team, Liggins Flooring, Bowling Green Pharmacy, by Old Tops Pawn Shop, Midwest Pest Professionals, Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Pam Todd Watts Realty, People's Bank and Trust, Young Enterprises Incorporated, All Parts, by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Oak Ford in Bowling Green, Spring Hollow Coffee, the Mercantile Bank of Louisiana, Mike's Tire Service, and by Pike County Memorial Hospital. Now, KJFM Radio presents coverage of high school basketball on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
Welcome back to Clopton High School as the national anthem is in the books. And let's tell you about our Community State Bank starting lineups tonight. First for the Canton Tigers, they are 0-3 on the season. They're coached by Cody Ash, assisted by Doug Wilson. Starting for them, a sophomore, number 12, Braden Shannon. A senior, number 14, Carson Burke. A junior, number 22, Garrett Lillard. A sophomore, number 30, Dalton Burkhorst. And a junior, number 34, Keegan Burke. For the Clopton Hawks, they're 2-1 on the season, coached by Tony Francis and assisted by Matt Cannon. Starting for them is a senior, number 13, Jared Hain. A senior, number 22, Sean Yates. A senior, number 35, Malik McPike. A junior, number 44, Zach Evans. And a senior, number 53, Keenan Watts. So it'll be Watts, Evans, McPike, Yates, and Hain for the Hawks. Shannon, Burke, Lillard, Burkhorst, and Burke. One's B-I-R-C-K, the other one's B-I-R-K for Canton.
They just want to keep you on your toes, Jim.
I'm betting they're not related. How about that one?
I bet they're not.
Clopton in their home whites, black numbers, red trim. Canton in their road maroon jerseys with white numbers and black trim. Clopton will move from our left to our right, and we're underway as McPike controls the tip, but it goes into the backcourt, and Dalton Burhorst will track it down for the Tigers. Left wing for Burke. His three balls on the way. It's no good. McPike with the rebound for the Hawks. They'll head the other way up to Evans. Gets to Yates in the near corner. He'll dribble out of trouble. And they'll whip it around far sideline. Three ball on the way by Hain. It's off the mark, no good. Yates with the rebound. His running one-hander won't go. McPike with the rebound. They can't get it to go. Yates with another rebound. So good work on the glass. But
I feel like there's a lid.
He's tied up is Yates, but on the alternating arrow, the Hawks will get it back. Evans to trigger it inbounds, right side of the paint. To McPike, whips it left wing to Yates. He ball fakes, drives baseline, skips it to Hain, back to McPike, now to Evans. Around the horn they go to Yates. Nice ball movement, but nothing opened up, so they'll reset with 7:15 to play in the first. Hain to McPike now to Yates. Yates, head of the key to Evans. Evans, ball fakes, drives to the left elbow, nothing doing there. Kicks it back to Yates, down on the paint to Watts, kicks it out to an open McPike for 3. Back of the rim, no good. He goes and gets his own rebound. That's old school follow your shot there.
I think we talked about that a little bit last game as well.
To Evans, now Yates will fire a 3. It hits the back of the rim and goes up and touches the cable. And that's out of bounds these days. Well, actually every day.
Only on days at NY.
So Canton will get it back. Still no score. An offensive start like we had in the girls' game. A little full court pressure by the Hawks. They deflect the pass, and it's stolen away by Hain. First turnover of the game for the Tigers. Back quickly to McPike. His layup's up and good. Malik McPike opens the scoring for the Hawks. They lead it 2-0. 2-2-1 full court press. Canton having trouble figuring that one out. They do get it into the front court now to Lillard. Lillard to Burke. Burke to the head of the key. Hands it back to Burhorst. Burhorst, the sophomore. They'll start the weave with Lillard. Now he'll slow things down. Clopton in straight up man. Watts hanging way off of Keegan Burke. Going to let him shoot from the outside. Now a pull up 3 from Carson Burke. It rattles around and drops. First 3 ball of the night is good for Canton. They take the lead at 3-2. Back come the Hawks inside to Watts on the right block. His shot up off the glass and good. Keegan Watts, the good offensive move that time. That's a 4-3 lead for the Hawks. Canton into the front court now. Far corner to Lillard. Lillard dribbles out of trouble. Back to Burhorst. Burhorst now to Burke. Down to 5:30. Long three-pointer on the way. It's way off the mark, off the glass. Bounces wildly. That taken by Carson Burke. Back comes Hain to the baseline to Yates. He dribbles underneath the paint. Gets it to pass to Watts. Nice pass, nice catch. And Watts finishes at the glass. And it's a 6-3 lead for the Hawks here in the early going. We've played 3 minutes. Left wing now for the Tigers. Burke decides not to take the shot to Lillard. Lillard now to Shannon. Shannon dribbles to the right elbow, kicks it to the wing. Three-pointer by Burks on the way back to the rim. No good. Watts with the rebound. He'll hand it off to Evans. They'll look to the push. Evans up the far sideline in the corner to Yates. Has the key to McPike now to Hain. Right corner. Hain back to Yates. Yates has got him wide open. McPike on the baseline. His shot's up and good. Good look that time by Yates and finished by McPike, and the lead is 5 at 8-3.
A little bit more exciting start to the boys' game than the
now
girls.
Stolen on the press by McPike. He'll put it up, in and out, no good, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Burke, and the Hawks will get it back. And we've got a line change for the Hawks.
And this has been kind of what they did all last week. You got Riley Walker coming in. Who else? I said
Daniel Ripple and
Daniel Harvey, I believe.
There you have it. And Harvey has it now in the corner to Evans. Head of the key to McPike. Left wing now to Dalrymple. To Harvey. Harvey's a threat from behind the arc, if I remember right.
And he was doing great underneath the basket, really flashing from the corners along the baseline and put some points up for the Hawks.
Harvey's going to penetrate, kick it to McPike. Left wing to Evans. He'll shoot the 3. It's good. Zach Evans with his first three-pointer of the night. There's a timeout on the floor. 3:48 to play in the first. The Clopton Hawks 11, Canton Tigers 3. Listen to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Crossroads General Store in Montgomery City is your home for BP Fuel and Champs Chicken. When you're heading out to support your favorite team, stop by and fill up the vehicle tank and your stomach. Crossroads General Store along Highway 19 in Montgomery City, the friendliest place in town.
It's good to aim high and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Pogue Ford, and Bank of Louisiana.
Out of the timeout, Canton gets it into the front court, but the entry pass is deflected out of bounds, and now they'll have it on their baseline. Underneath their own basket, right side on the inbounds pass, and we've got a collision underneath, and a whistle and a foul. It's on the loose ball. Was it Riley Walker? Let's see.
I believe it is. 51, that'd be him.
Riley's a big fella, and he and Dalton Burhorst collided, and Burhorst got the worst end of that deal. On the inbounds, Lillard with a long three. It's off the mark. It looks like Canton's more than willing to fire the three at will tonight. They haven't made but one so far. Back come the Hawks. Dalrymple on the far sideline to Evans. They lob it inside. McPike with a nice catch. His putback's up and good. Count the basket and the foul. Malik McPike's got 6, and he'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And what I tell you, for once, Jim, I actually was on it with McPike.
You were. Foul's going to be on Keegan Burke, his first, and the team's first. McPike misses the free throw, and Harvey nearly corralled the rebound, but it slipped through his hands to Keegan Burke. He'll bring it into the front court. Nobody's picking him up yet. He'll stop and pop from 15. Off the back of the rim, no good. Good block out by Dalrymple. And he'll get the rebound to Evans to Harvey. He's slashing to the bucket. No good. Rebound by Walker. It won't go. Evans on the glass. It won't go. So the Hawks are crashing the offensive glass and making mincemeat of Canton here in the early going as they lead it by 10. Let's see who the foul is going to be called on. Looks like Evans is going to go to the free throw line.
Well, and I have to tell you, one of the things that Coach Francis talked about that he was so happy with his players about is the time that they spent in the weight room and in the sand pit this summer. Really working.
Sand pit, I heard that story.
Yeah, so they really worked on their strength.
Evans will go to the free throw line, and he'll get a 1-and-1. The first one drops. And I'm sure the football coach was happy about that, too.
Yeah. Sure, Coach Wolanski didn't mind it one bit.
Couple of subs in for Canton. Aiden Spurgeon comes in along with Brady Hoeing for the Hawks.
Dalton Struess coming in from Malik McPike, and Sean Yates will take Zach Evans' spot should he make this next free throw.
Jared Hain returned as well. Evans with the second. It's in and out and no good. It's 11, the biggest lead of the game at 14-3 with 2:50 to play in the first. Burke into the front court now to Burhorst. Burhorst looks for the back door cut, I should say. We've got a whistle and a foul. They're going to count the bucket. Carson Burke threw it up. It went in, and they are going to count it. The old continuation play in days of old of the NBA. Oh, I guess they still do that in the NBA, don't they?
Well, I kind of get a little confused with the NBA stuff, so I don't really want to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't hardly watch it.
Did you see the meme where the guy, picked up the ball, took a couple steps, and started dribbling again? They didn't call him.
Yeah.
It's seriously?
Burke with the second free throw. He's got all 6, emblematic of Kerrigan Lockard in the girls' game where she had the first 10 for Clopton. And the lead now for the Hawks is 8 at 14-6. Down to 2:30 to play in the first. Hain on the right wing now. He'll hand it off to Harvey. Looks for a pick and roll with Walker. Kicks it in the corner to Hain. He's open for 3. It's short, no good. Walker with the offensive glass. Puts it up and scores. Riley Walker with another offensive rebound for the Hawks. And back comes Canton in a hurry. Burke up along the sidelines. Throws it to Burhorst in the middle as the ball's bouncing all over the place. Now Hoying's going to have it, and he double dribbled. Third turnover of the game for the Tigers. And the Hawks will get it back, leading by 10, 16-6. Down to 2 minutes to play in the first. Harvey into the front court now. And throws one that's too hot to handle for Yates. First turnover of the game. Bullet pass from a little too close that time. Yates couldn't quite handle it.
Too hot to handle.
Yates had a good year at quarterback for the Indian Hawks.
Yes, he did.
In fact, he wasn't all conference, if I'm not mistaken.
He was all conference, and he was Northeast All District first team all purpose player.
There you go. Canton back with it now, trailing by 10. Burke gets it in the high post to Spurgeon. His turnaround jumper goes. Aiden Spurgeon with his first bucket of the night. And it's 16-8. Back down to Yates. He's got some space, and they're going to call travel. Had a little bunny hop.
Get you every time.
Second turnover will give it back to Canton as McPike will return. And Dalton Struce will take a seat. Clopton will go. Looks like they're going to go about 10 deep to me. Well, in fact, everybody that's dressed, well, all but two of them have played, right?
Well, now, Evan Loggeman, who's sitting on the bench in uniform, also has a boot on his foot, so he's not going to play.
I'm pretty sure he's not going to do anything.
And then the other one, I believe, down there is Mason Street, who has the ACL injury, so he's not going to play either.
That is correct. Back comes Burhorst. He drives to the bucket, slashes down the paint, and scores. So Canton's cut into this 11-point lead. It's down to 6 now. It's 16-10. We're under a minute to play in the first. Hayne open in the corner, doesn't take the three. To Yates. Yates ball fakes, drives to the paint. His reverse layup's blocked, but it goes out of bounds. And it'll go back to Clopton.
I really feel like at times we almost just need a camera that stays directly on Coach Francis.
I'm sure he's entertaining.
That, and I'd like to mic him up like they do in the NFL.
Pike to triggered in bounds. He throws it off the back of the defender, gets it back, and gets the shot blocked, the old trick play. Now he's going to take the pass and shoot the three left wing. It won't go. Street with the rebound. His putback's no good. Well, we got a whistle and another foul on the Tigers.
So Daniel Harvey will head to the free throw line.
He'll get 2 shots. Man, the Canton Tigers cannot keep the Hawks off the glass on the offensive end of the Hawks' offensive end of the floor. So Street will check that. Harvey will go to the line, and he'll get 2 shots. First one's up and good. He'll get a second. .34 ticks to play. Lillard returns. Spurgeon takes a seat for the Tigers. Second free throw by Harvey is good as well. It'll lead back to 18. 2-2-1 pressure this time. They got out of that before. We're playing straight up man. Let's see if it works. Over on the far sideline, Lillard throws it away. It does work. Stolen by McPike. And then he double dribbles.
He does. Got a little excited there and just put that second hand on the basketball and got the turnover.
3 turnovers each for the respective clubs with 25 ticks to play in the first. Burke to triggered in bounds. He'll throw it into the backcourt to his namesake, Carson Burke. And Carson into the front court, dribbles to the left wing. He's going to try and cross over and get to the point, spins. His shot's partially blocked by Watts. Hawks come away with it. They give it 10 seconds. Harvey across the timeline to McPike, and he's going to be knocked down by Lillard. And that'll be the 4th team foul, I believe. Be 2 on Lillard, actually, as Evans will come into the game
for Watts. And I tell you what, if you haven't been to a Clopton game, Kenan Watts has to be the fastest person coming on and off the court I've seen with such enthusiasm. He runs full speed.
McPike kicks it out to Hayne for a 3 at the buzzer. It says a 360 won't go, but that'll do it for the first quarter, and it was a good one for the Hawks. They lead at 18-10. The second quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Hi, this is Pam Todd Watts with Todd Watts Realty, proudly supporting area youth on KJFM Radio. Todd Watts Realty, list, sell, become friends.
Hi, this is Kelsey Henderson, RN Case Manager for Pike County Home Health. Pike County Home Health offers a variety of services from skilled nursing to rehabilitation therapies. Our care is focused on helping you recover from an acute illness, surgery, accident, or change in medical condition. We strive to help you recover in an environment where you feel most comfortable. If you have any questions or home health needs, please contact us at 573-324-2111 or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, Crossroads General Store, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
18-10, the Hawks lead it at the end of the first quarter.
And we have another update from Palmyra. The Louisiana Lady Bulldogs fall to Palmyra 75-5.
The Lady Dogs are going to struggle. They only have, I think they've maybe you're up to 7 players now if they haven't had anybody get hurt. And Palmyra has a juggernaut this year. Tigers have it to start the second half, or second quarter, I should say. Braden Shannon with it, gives it to Burke on the far sideline. Burke's thinking about a 3. Watts keeping a close eye on him. He'll skip it over here to Shannon on the left side. He'll drive into the paint. His running one-handers up and good. Braden Shannon with his first 2 points of the night. And it's a 6-point lead at 18-12. It's like the original starters back into the game for the Hawks. Evans with it now on a pick and roll with Watts. Canton in a man-to-man defense. McPike behind the back dribble, can't get to the paint. Skips it outside to nobody except for a young lad over in the front row. And that's out of bounds. 4th turnover of the game for the Hawks. You talked about the turnovers and the fouls. They've stayed away from the fouls, but the turnovers starting to grow. Actually, 4 for both teams. Canton breaks the full court pressure as Burhorst goes down into the paint. His shot's no good. McPike with the rebound on a 3-on-2 break to Hain. Hain tries to get it down low to Yates. I said McPike. It was actually Yates. And it's deflected out of bounds back to the Hawks. Evans will trigger it inbounds. Gets it to Watts. He can't control it. It's stolen away by Burke. 5th turnover of the game, and back come the Tigers. Burke's going to pull up from 16. He's going to be fouled from the side that time. And that'll go on Evans, his second. And Carson Burke will go back to the charity stripe where he'll get 2 shots.
Again, if you missed it, Clopton Lady Hawks pulled off the win in overtime, 41-40 to Canton.
It was a doozy ending. Because the first free throw was no good. Can't say a whole lot about the first 3 quarters.
The 4th quarter and overtime were really exciting.
So Burke will get a second free throw. Harvey checks in. Evans will take a seat. Burke makes the second. He's 2 for 3, I should say, from the free throw line, and the lead down to 5. The Hawks are led by as many as 11. Canton's biggest lead was 1. McPike right wing now to Yates. Yates to Hain. Back to Harvey. The right wing now to Yates as they work it around against this sagging man-to-man defense. Harvey's going to penetrate, pulls up from 10, short, no good, and we've got a whistle on a foul. Are they going to call that on Burhorst? I believe they are. It'll be his first. And Harvey will go back to the line. Daniel is 2 for 2 so far. He's a junior. Wears number 11. And he makes the first.
Or he wears number 15.
What'd I say?
11.
That's his age. He's a junior.
He's a junior.
He still wears number 15, though. And that free throws in and out. He's 3 for 4. And it's a 19-13 lead for the Hawks with 6:20 to play in the half. Man-to-man full court pressure this time by the Hawks. Burke gets it into the front court, guarded by McPike. Now to Burhorst. He'll pull up from 3 left wing. It bounces high and won't go. We've got a whistle on the rebound. I think they're going to call that on Spurgeon. And that'll be his first. I'm only going to say that's his second. And the Hawks will get it back.
Dalton Struess is coming into the ballgame for Hain.
Man, all these kids running around here with all this food make me hungry.
I know. It's almost like that there's no concession stand out there for you to get food at.
Pretzels and nachos and everything else under the sun. Hawks lead it by 6. They have the ball. Struess open from 3. He won't take it. To Harvey in the corner. To McPike as they run this motion offense against this man-to-man. Struess is going to fire the 3 this time. It's a little long. No good. Long rebound's loose. And they're going to say Yates touched it before he went out of bounds.
That's what they say. So Canton will have it at the end of their own bench.
He and Dylan Herron went into the end of the bench. And actually, Coach Ash there to grab them before something crazy happened.
Before they had to go see the Pike County athletic trainer, Eric Schaefer, who's on hand.
He is, as always, one of them. Back come the Tigers of Canton. They have it. Herron now on the dribble, nearly loses it. Goes into the hands of Burke on the left wing. Keegan Burke crossover dribble on Watts. Spins, has his shot swatted away. And the rebound to McPike up ahead to Struce, and he tries to run the break and throws it away. Back-to-back turnovers. Canton now on the run once again. Burhorst kicks in the corner to Burke. He ball fakes. He'll pull up from 15 now. That's good. Keegan Burke with his first bucket of the game. He's got 2. The Hawk lead down to 4 at 19-15. If I remember right, last year Clopton would tend to do this, go dormant offensively from time to time. McPike's shot won't go, but he gets on the offensive glass. And the second time it is good. And it's a 21-15 lead.
Well, they did it momentarily over at Montgomery County. They had a really good game against Bowling Green that came down to Bowling Green getting a 1-point win in the opening round. And I tell you what, they have something they didn't do well last year was rebound from being down so long.
Carson Burke drains a long 3, and Coach Francis is seeing what we're seeing. He'll call a timeout. 21-18, Hawks still on top, 4:18 to play in the half. 30-second timeout. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Liggins Flooring in Bowling Green offers Dreamweaver stain-proof carpet, new waterproof plank flooring, plus Novus hardwood and Trutex vinyl. Liggins Flooring at 705 Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Big enough to get the job done, small enough to care.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Out of the timeout, Hawks with the basketball, leading by 3. They lob it inside on a pick and roll to Watts, but he travels. 7th turnover of the game.
He just wanted to do it NBA style.
It would have been good via NBA rules, that is for sure. But now Canton can tie it with a 3 with 3:55, but they're going to turn it over. Nope, the guy saves it inbounds. Hawks go to the bucket with McPike. Hits up and good. The press works. Malik McPike, the recipient of the turnover. He's got 10 in the half, and it's a 23-18 lead for the Hawks. Burhorst, now it's deflected. Walker, he saves it, but they're going to say he traveled. I get the feeling that Riley Walker is going to be a fan favorite.
Yes, yes.
He's kind of got that look to him, that he's got some hustle and gets in there and does some of that dirty work, bangs around, and he's going to be fun to watch. However, Canton gets it back after the turnover. In the corner now to Burke. 8th turnover of the game for the Clopton. Burke drives baseline, and Watts comes from the backside and swats it away, and they'll head the other way. McPike. Stop and goes. Now it pulls up on the baseline. Head of the key to Hayne. Left corner to Harvey. He's open for 3. It's good. Daniel Harvey with his first 3 ball. He's got 6, and the lead grows back to 8 at 26-18. We're at 3 minutes to play in the first half. Over the top pass to Shannon, and he'll skip it to Herron. He decides not to take the shot, and they'll reset the offense now. Burke holds it above his head right in front of the depleted student section. There were a lot more of them over there earlier. They're having to go to bed. No, they're going home to study. That's what they're doing.
Is that what they're doing? Or they're sitting over here with their parents.
That could be. Shannon's long 3, no good. Long rebound out to Burhorst. He'll whip it in the corner to Burke. He'll shoot the 3. It's good. Keegan Burke with his first 3. They shoot a bunch of 3s. Holy moly. And it's 26-21. Harvey with it for the Hawks on a pick and roll with Watts. Right wing now to Walker. Lobs it inside to Watts. He makes the catch and he lays it in. Good look that time by Walker. Keenan Watts with the finish, and it's 28-21. 2-2-1 full court pressure by the Hawks. Canton throws it over the top. They get it down low to Shannon. His shot swatted away by Watts again. Loose on the floor. Harvey can't control it, but Shannon does for Canton. And then Struce, or check that, Haynes swats it out of bounds from behind. Spurgeon will come in for Canton, as will Yates for the Hawks. Watts will take a seat on the inbounds. Burhorst goes to the hole. It's swatted away by Walker, but he'll be whistled for the foul.
And that'll be, his second, I believe?
It will be, and that'll send Dalton Burhorst to the free throw line for the first time. He'll get 2 shots. Canton is 2 for 3 from the line so far tonight as a team.
I find it interesting. Canton's already moving everybody back into that court.
Maybe this guy's a rock-solid free throw shooter. Not so much, as he misses the first. Watts got all of about a 20-second break. Walker will take a seat with 2 fouls. So Evans and Walker with 2 fouls. That's all 4 of the fouls for the Hawks. And Burhorst makes the second. And it's a 6-point game at 28-22. Harvey moseys into the front court now for the Hawks. And he'll get it to Yates, top of the key, down to 1:40 to play in the half. Harvey in the far corner. Ball fakes and tries an ill-advised pass, and Haynes is able to track it down before it goes out of bounds. To McPike, into Watts. He'll shoot the turnaround jumper. It's partially blocked and short, and we've got a whistle, and that's going to be a foul. Or will they get McPike, or will they get Watts?
I'm pretty sure they're going to tag McPike.
It is, but that's his first. And the team's 6, so Canton will have it underneath the Clopton basket with 1:25 to play in the half. Again, the 2-2-1 full court pressure. Burke gets it to Burhorst in the backcourt. Now they get it to Spurgeon in the front court. They'll reset it. Burhorst, he's going to pull it from 3, deep 3, short, no good. Harvey looks to push. He's got Yates going to the bucket. His layup's up and good. That moved the needle for the Hawks that time. They're up by 8, 30-22. Good play by Harvey. Under a minute to play in the half. Burke skips it across court to Shannon. He's going to lob it high. Oh, my. Spurgeon high with the tip in. I think he wanted to dunk that, but he was able to get his hand on it and tip it in. Back come the Hawks. McPike has it on the block, and now we've got a whistle and a foul on Shannon. And that'll be his first and the team's 6th. And Clopton will have it underneath their own basket. Now check that, the team's 7th.
And actually it looks like they're sending McPike to the free throw line.
They are. It is the 7th team foul. McPike has been to the charity stripe once tonight. And he misses this one as well. But Yates with the rebound. His putback won't go. Gets the offensive rebound again and puts it in. Well, the story of this first half has been Clopton on the offensive glass. Man, oh, man. 32-24, down to 25 seconds to play. We're in the first half. Burke now to Burke. Burke with a C, Burke without a C. Long 3 on the way by Shannon, no good. Rebound by Spurgeon. Spurgeon spins into the paint, hands it off to Shannon, flips it back to Burhorst. He's going to get to the elbow, right wing. 3-pointer on the way by Shannon. It's good. Braden Shannon, and that'll do it for the first half. Your score, the Clopton Hawks 32, the Canton Tigers 27. The halftime show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hill from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and friendship and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Well, we've got another good one on our hands here at Clopton High School in the boys' game.
That we do, for sure.
Clopton led at 18-10 at the end of the first quarter and was outscored by Canton 17-14 in the second, but the Hawks go to the locker room on top 32-27. Let's take a look at the scoring for the Hawks. They're led by Carson Burke with 10. 5 each by Braden Shannon and Keegan Burke. 4 for Aiden Spurgeon and 3 for Dalton Burhorst. The Tigers are 3 for 5 from the free throw line. They turned it over 6 times. For the Hawks, balanced scoring for them. 10 for Malik McPike. 6 each for Keenan Watts and Daniel Harvey. 4 each for Sean Yates and Zach Evans. And 2 for Riley Walker. The Hawks were 4 for 8 from the free throw line. And they turned it over 8 times in that first half. So the stats are pretty even. The score is pretty even. And I think that's pretty much what we expected.
Yeah, I was going to say, excited to see a little more scoring here in this game. And I think really that Clopton can keep it up in the second half. I think we're just going to see them get more aggressive. They kind of, I think, held off on some of the aggression under the basket. They've done a great job of rebounding out there, but we know that they can be more aggressive, and I think we're going to see that here in the second half.
They've been good on the offensive glass, but here's one thing to keep in mind with Canton. They shoot a ton of threes, and they didn't make very many of them.
No.
And as we all know, the old adage, you live by the 3, you die by the 3.
Yes.
Now, they actually made 4 threes, which doesn't seem like many compared to what they shot. So if they would get hot from beyond the arc, this game could change in a hurry.
Yes, a completely different game at that point. So.
Hawks led by as many as 11. That was in the first quarter. Canton's led by 1. That was right off the get-go. So they've been able to cut into the lead, have the Canton Tigers. But the Hawks still lead it 32-27. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with some thoughts about the second half after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet. Their selection will surprise you with prices that can't be beat. Bowling Green Chevrolet is just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Welcome back to Clopton High School, the Dale Miller Gymnasium, the Ed Lindsay Court.
They were some of the legends I got the privilege of hearing here at the Legends Banquet that took place on November 30th.
And I'm sure there were some stories told.
They only told a few.
I'm pretty sure, as Mark and I were talking about it, in some form or fashion, I think I either played against, refereed, or broadcast most everybody that was honored there. And so, especially when we get to talking about Dale Miller and Ed Lindsay.
I don't want to call you old, but
I am, and I could have told some stories. My old buddy Freddie Johnson,
he was here.
He stopped by the other day and was telling me about it, and I said the same thing to him. I said I should have got to come down and tell stories. He said, No, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, yeah. There was definitely a couple interesting ones, but really, there's more motivational than anything. And I tell you what, they all did a great job speaking, and I hope it's something they continue to do and it continues to grow because it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can. And the traditions of basketball are long and steep here at Clopton High School. So yeah, the more people you could get to come to that, the more fun it would be. And even with the smaller crowd, I heard a few of the stories that were being told.
Yeah.
And as is normally the case, the old saying, the older I get, the better I was.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was kind of true, and some of those tales get a little bit longer the older we get and the less we remember.
They did reel Dale in a little bit. They made him the last speaker of the night.
Oh, did they?
They did.
Did people start walking out?
No, he
said, kept talking.
He said it's my bedtime. So he was actually probably the shortest one of them all. So
I'm with you, Dale. Is it 9 o'clock yet? Yeah, I got 55 minutes. We got to get this game over with. 32-27 is our score. Both teams are back on the court, and we'll be back with the second half after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
It's that special time of year when the snow starts to fall and you see the twinkle of lights decorating homes around town. During this holiday season, People's Bank & Trust wants to remind you to take time out from the hustle and bustle to cherish the moments you spend with your family and friends and remember the spirit of the season. From all of us at People's Bank & Trust, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. People's Bank & Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pam Todd Watts Realty, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, and All Parts.
32-27 our score. Clopton leads it. They pretty much led the majority of the game. Canton got out to an early one-point lead. The Hawks led by as many as 11. Canton was able to cut into that lead into the second quarter. And they lead it 32-27, and they have the ball to start the second half. Original starting lineups are back in the game, and we've got a whistle right off the get-go.
And
we'll call it on Garrett Lillard. That's going to be his third on a, I don't know what that was.
I'm not real sure either.
It wasn't an illegal pick. It was a push in the back is what they called. So the Hawks get it. They get it into McPike on the block. He can't get it to go. Watts' rebound put back won't go as well, and the ball's deflected out of bounds. And as we said during the halftime show, the offensive glass is where Clopton is dominated, and that's similar to how this second half starts as well. Canton, though, gets out of that exchange without giving up a bucket, and they have the ball. Three-pointer on the way by Shannon. It won't go. Watts with the rebound, but the foul's going to go on Lillard, and his luck's just gone from bad to worse. He's picked up 2 fouls in the first 30 seconds. He's got 4, and we probably won't see much of him until the fourth quarter. So the Hawks get it back. Nobody scored here in the first minute of the second half. Hayne ahead of the key to Evans. Evans looks, gets it to McPike right wing. They run a little weave against this man-to-man. Lob back door to Hayne. He makes the catch. His layup's up and good. Good look that time. First bucket of the night for Jared Hayne. And it's 34-27 Clopton. Carson Burke across the timeline for the Tigers to the left wing. They've got free reign to fire at will. To Spurgeon. He's got some leaping ability. He shoots a little baby hook and it goes in. Aiden Spurgeon. They threw a lob to him in the first half. He wanted to dunk it, but he couldn't control it and did tip it in. So you got to keep an eye on him. Hayne back for the Hawks, gives it to Evans, kicks it back to Hayne, head of the key now to Yates. Right wing to McPike. Evans now with 6:30 to play in the third. Drives down the lane. His shot's partially blocked by Spurgeon, but Watts' shot is blocked on the rebound. Back to Hayne. He'll shoot the three, head of the key, and it hits nothing. Goes out of bounds. And the Tigers will get it back.
We'll give you some updated scores from the Monroe City tournament here in just a little bit, as 3 of the 4 games are already in the books for tonight.
Burhorst going to walk it across the timeline now, guarded by McPike. He'll kick it off to Shannon. His shot from the right elbow is no good, and it goes out of bounds. So back-to-back air balls by each respective club. And the Hawks will get it back with 6:04 to play. They still lead it by 5, 34-29. Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart, as McPike drives the baseline. His shot's no good. And Spurgeon with the rebound. We also have Mark Fonick with us. And Spurgeon will be fouled, and that's by McPike. And, you talked about foul trouble for him over Montgomery. His 2 fouls he's got so far tonight are just silly fouls.
They are.
Reaching in, trying to, 94 feet from the defensive end. You just got to let that go. Don't pick up a foul on that silly stuff. Burke now to Keegan, and he'll give it back to Carson, and he'll shoot the layup. Good give and go that time by the Tigers. And the lead down to 3, closest it's been for a while. Evans, he'll slash down the paint, goes up with the left hand, up and good. The big fella, Zach Evans, takes it to the hole. He's got 6 for the game, and it's 36-31. Shannon now for Canton. Slowly dribbles to the head of the key. Right wing to Spurgeon. They try and go back door to Shannon. It won't go. Watts with the rebound for the Hawks. He'll get it off to Evans. Evans corrals the ball, being hounded by Carson Burke. Now he'll get it to Hayne in the front court. Hayne gives it to Yates. His left-hander's partially blocked by Shannon. And Shannon maintains control, and now we'll have a blocking foul on Evans, and that'll be his third. 36-31 the score is they sort out the foul. Third on Evans.
Daniel Harvey returns to the game as Haynes will take a seat.
And the Tigers will have it in the back court. Carson Burke now, after the inbounds pass against this Hawk man-to-man. They go back door to Spurgeon. He's going to throw it up and try and tip it in. This time he missed everything. Harvey with the rebound. Little stop and go dribble at the head of the key. Now he gets it to Evans in the corner. To the block, Watts. Watts goes to the bucket. It's good. Boy, this is the first time I've seen him. He looks a lot better inside and a lot more coordinated and aggressive than I'd seen him last year.
Yeah, Coach Francis said he has put in a lot of work, and that was one of the players that he was really happy with his turnaround this summer.
38-31 as Burhorst dribbles in the front court, pulls up from 15 and scores it. Almost got it knocked away. It turned a bad thing into a good thing, and it's 38-33. Evans now on the dribble, gives it to McPike. McPike's going to drive down the lane. His layup's no good, but we've got a whistle and a foul. And we'll see who it's on. It's going to be on Keegan Burke. Nope, we're going to call it on Spurgeon, his third. And to the charity stripe the senior Malik McPike. He misfires from the free throw line. He'll get a second.
Again, Jim, some updates from Monroe City in girls action. It was South Shelby over Mark Twain, 71-45. Palmyra defeated Louisiana 75-5. And in boys action, Van Far beat South Shelby 57-23.
And I believe the Louisiana boys in Palmyra are playing as we speak.
They are.
And as McPike makes his second free throw, his first of 4 from the charity stripe so far tonight. Now the Hawks come out in a 2-2-1 full court press, leading by 6. Canton breaks the timeline. Shannon skips it in the far corner to Heron. He's going to ball fake. Back to Burhorst. He'll step back behind the three-point arc and drains it. Dalton Burhorst with the 3. And it's good. It's 39-33. Timeout on the floor. 3:37 to play in the third. We've got a full timeout by the Canton Tigers. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
It's that special time of year when the snow starts to fall and you see the twinkle of lights decorating homes around town. During this holiday season, People's Bank & Trust wants to remind you to take time out from the hustle and bustle to cherish the moments you spend with your family and friends and remember the spirit of the season. From all of us at People's Bank & Trust, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. People's Bank & Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and Kathy Clean.
A little cool full court pressure by Canton out of the timeout. No problem for the Hawks. They get it in the front court. Evans with it now. Tries to force it inside. It's deflected and stolen away by Canton. First turnover by either club here in the second half. Shannon now down the right sideline. Goes to the glass. Up over Watts. It won't go. And we're going to have an over-the-back foul that time on Malik McPike. That'll be his third.
So saying there's number 3.
Third team foul, 3 team fouls apiece. And Canton will have it on the inbounds. Carson Burke takes the inbounds pass, gives it to Keenan in the left corner. It's no good. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Evans. And the Tigers will have it underneath. Keegan Burke will trigger it in.
Not sure Malik McPike and had a little discussion with the boys on the.
Yeah. They may be talking about pizza order after the game or something.
Could be.
McPike has just picked up his third. He might need to dial it back just a hair as he deflects it. It goes out of bounds over at the 28-foot mark.
Riley Walker and Jared Hain checking back in the ball game for McPike and Keenan Watts.
39-33, closest this game's been for a while. Into the backcourt, Carson Burke on the inbounds pass against the man-to-man, guarded by Harvey. Dribbles to the corner. Now gives it to Keegan. Keegan now to Shannon. The backdoor cut by Carson. He'll make the catch. He's going to go up in a crowd. It won't go, and that's going to be a foul, a whistle, and a foul on Yates. Just his first, but that'll send Carson Burke to the free throw line where he'll get 2 shots. This game's starting to have that not so good feel about it, if you know what I'm saying.
It's almost like Clopton lost momentum, all momentum when they went in the locker room.
That's kind of the feel I've got. The little mojo they had going in's kind of disappeared. Misses the first, does Burke, but he'll rattle home the second. And that's a 2-point lead, the closest it's been since the first couple possessions of this ball game. 39-37, down to 2:30 to play in the third. Yates, left wing to Harvey. He'll get it to Evans on the left block. He tries to go up and under, but he steps on the inline. And the turnover will give it back to Canton. They had him pinned underneath the bucket, tried to do a little too much. And those size 13s
Getting away.
Hit on the sideline. That's just a guess, but they look pretty big to me.
Yeah.
Burhorse brings it back for the Tigers. They can tie or take the lead. He tries to force it inside, stolen by Walker. First turnover of the second half by the Tigers. They've got 7. Harvey up quickly in the far corner. Back to Haynes. Clopton needs something positive to happen on the offensive end. Yates now gets it to Walker. Walker drop step, kicks it back to Yates. He'll shoot the 3. It's no good. Rebound by Haynes. His putback's up and good. Jared Haynes with a good backside rebound. And it's a 41-37 lead for the Hawks. Burhorse back to the front court for the Tigers. Dribbles to the right wing. Gets to Burke. Burke now to Heron, Dylan Heron. In the corner to Keegan Burke. He'll shoot the fadeaway jumper. It's no good. Burhorse with the rebound. He gets out of trouble and then tries to throw it across court, but it's deflected by Harvey, and it'll go out of bounds back to the Tigers with 1:24 to play in the third.
I almost feel like the Hawks aren't rebounding as well as they did in the first half either.
On the inbound, Shannon has it. He's going to fire the 3. It's money. Braden Shannon with his second three-pointer of the game. He's got 8, and the lead down to 1, 41-40. Well, Clopton was going up and down a little bit in the first half. Now this has turned into a half-court game, and Canton's been able to get back into it now. Walker to Haynes, right wing to Yates. Yates looks. He'll get a pick and roll from Evans. Drops it off to Evans. He'll go baseline, and Burke swats it, but there's a whistle and a foul. And to the free throw line will go Zach Evans.
Jim, if you need a little trivia, something I learned at the Legends Banquet, Riley Walker's mom, I believe, was the first female to shoot a three-point shot for Clopton, boys and girls.
No kidding.
That's what I heard.
What was her name Kayla?
No, her name was Erica. Erica Frank.
Walker. Erica Frank. Okay,
was her maiden name, Frank.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Evans' first free throw is good. And, of course, her brother was here. He's the coach at Stratford and has a daughter playing at the University of Missouri.
The other one's playing at College of the Ozarks.
At the College of the Ozarks. There you have it. You took the words right out of my mouth. Both free throws good by Evans. And the Hawks lead stretches back to 3 at 43-40, under a minute to play in the third. Burke has it now, spins out of trouble, kicks it back to Keegan Burke. He'll shoot the 3. It's an air ball. Walker, check that, McPike with the rebound. And he'll push it up the floor to the head of the key. They ran with that play in the first half. They've slowed things down. Harvey with a nice drive to the bucket, and his layup with the right hand's up. And good. Daniel Harvey's got 8. And the lead back to 5, down to 16 seconds to play in the third. Carson Burke in the backcourt, guarded by Harvey. Does he know how much time's left? Burhorst has it now, right wing to Burke. He'll cross it over. That's Keegan to Burhorst. He'll fire the 3 right wing. It's short, no good. Rebound hits off of Evans and goes out of bounds. Back to Canton with 0.8 of a second to play in the third. Spurgeon will come in. He's a leaper. Dylan Heron will step out. Watch for the lob here with Sturgeon. That's what they were trying to do. It didn't work. Burke gets it in, and they're not going to get that off in time, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score at the end of 3, the Clopton Hawks 45, the Canton Tigers 40. The fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Some combinations were just meant to go together. Burger and fries. Order up. Washer and dryer. Online and dating. Ooh, swipe right. At State Farm, there's another combination meant to go together. Home and auto. As in combining your home and auto insurance with one agent. Which leads to another combination, saving dollars and cents. Your State Farm agent is here to help life go right. Combine home and auto and see how much you can save.
Visit Cindy Blaylock Agency in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, Marianne's this one coming down to the wire as well?
I don't know. I mean, if Clopton continues to play smart, I think they're going to continue to have this lead, but you can't have those ticky-tack fouls or those I want to look cool fouls.
45-40 they lead, but Canton has it to start the fourth. Spurgeon on the left elbow, looking for a give and go, tries to give it to Burhorse, but it's swatted out of bounds by McPike. And Canton will have it on their own baseline near the three-point arc.
Clopton's going to have to play smart basketball here and not give up. I mean, each team only has 4 fouls, so it's not like we're going to send anybody to the free throw line anytime soon, but none of those silly fouls that's going to put them at the line.
Spurgeon or Shannon open for 3. He misses this time. He's hit 2 of them tonight. And it's off the mark, and back comes Clopton. Harvey pushes it up to the left wing to Walker. Skips it over to McPike on the right wing. He'll lob it inside to Watts, and there's a whistle, a 3-second call. 11th turnover of the game for the Hawks. Down to 7:15 to play. Carson Burke walks it into the front court to the left wing. Into the elbow to Spurgeon. Spurgeon gives it back to Burhorse. He'll slash down the paint, but McPike swats it out of bounds. And the Tigers will have it underneath their own basket with 7:05 to play. Keegan Burke triggered in. He'll look, he gets to Burhorse. Burhorse into the paint, shoots a little fadeaway from 10. It's no good. Walker with the rebound for the Hawks. He'll get it off to Evans. Evans into the front court now, left wing to Harvey. Harvey, take it baseline. He had a chance, didn't do it. Now driving in the paint, pulls up from 15. That's good. Daniel Harvey's got 10. 4 in the second half, and the lead back to 7 at 47-40. Harvey having a nice game tonight. Carson Burke across the timeline. Right wing now to Shannon. Shannon on a pick and roll with Spurgeon. Skip pass over to Burke on the far sideline. Had the key now to Shannon. Ball fakes guarded by Evans. Now get it out to Carson Burke. Carson to Spurgeon. Spurgeon to the free throw line. To Burke in the far corner. Back to Shannon. He'll slash down the lane. His running one-hander won't go. And a little bit of a tie-up on the rebound. But Burke tries to get it into the air. And he's going to be fouled by Malik McPike. And
that'll
you said
be 4.
it. You said it. And to the charity stripe will be Keegan Burke. He'll get 2 shots. Just the 5th team foul. First free throw's no good. And McPike will take a seat.
Sean
Yates
Yates
will take a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also back in, Lillard and Hoeing for Canton. Burke's second free throw. It's good. And it's a 6-point game, 47-41. Into the front court. Evans on the far sideline. Has Walker ahead of the key. Ball fakes to McPike, left winger. Check that, it's Yates. They whip it around the horn to Harvey. Now to Yates. Left wing to Evans. He's going to drive to the left block. Gets it inside. It won't go. But there's a whistle and a foul. And Zach Evans will go to the line to shoot 2. And that's Spurgeon. It'll be his 4th, and it is. So Lillard and Spurgeon with 4 for Canton. McPike with 4 for Clopton. Evans to the line to shoot 2. First one's up, rattles around, rolls around the front of the rim, and drops.
You know, I think if I remember correctly, his mom, Sherry Black, still is in the record books for perfect free throw shooting at the state tournament.
Really? She's sitting right down here to our left.
And she was out.
And I see Miss Walker, Miss Frank over there by her mom and dad as well. As Evans' second free throw is good, so he's been perfect in the second half, and it is 5 for 6 for the game. Back come the Tigers, down by 8. Burke, left wing, is going to hand it off to Carson. He'll drive baseline, spins, nice move to the bucket. It won't go, though. Rebound tracked down by Harvey. Harvey, head up, on the move, drops it down low to Yates. Too hot to handle again. And the turnover will give it back to Canton. That would have been a big bucket. As Hain comes in, Watts will take a seat for the Hawks. Down to 5:30 to play in the ball game. Hawks still on top, 49-41. Carson Burke into the front court, guarded by Harvey. To Burhorst. Burhorst crosses it over, gives it to Keegan. Keegan Burke. Now they had the key to Lillard. Lillard's been in foul trouble all night. To Burke. As they slow things down and the backdoor cut, the pass is kicked. And the Tigers will get it right in front of Doug Wilson, the assistant coach, longtime assistant coach at Canton High School. They'll get it in bounds to Carson. On a pick and roll with Lillard, nothing doing there. He'll pass it back to Lillard at the head of the key, now to Keegan Burke. Down to 4:40 to play in the game. Canton's offense is ground to a halt, and Coach Ash notices it. He'll take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 4:45 to play in the game. 49-41. The Hawks lead it. Full timeout. You listen to Eagle 102.
Craig's Truck and Tractor, just off of Highway 54 in Vandalia, is your home for semi-truck, medium and heavy truck repair, along with agriculture equipment repair. Craig's Truck and Tractor is also a proud sponsor of area high school sports. Best of luck to all the area teams this season from everybody at Craig's Truck and Tractor in Vandalia.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services, like mobile check deposit, text banking, and online bill pay. Bank on your own terms with Freedom checking from Bank of Louisiana. Stop by either Bank of Louisiana location today for more details or to open an account. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom checking from Bank of Louisiana.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Ligon Flooring, and B&B Automotive.
4:45 to play in the game. Canton trails by 8. They have the ball out of the timeout. Burhorst now, as they run this little weave we see a lot of these days. To Burke. His shot's partially blocked, though, and it should go out of bounds back to the Tigers, and it will. Looked like he acted like he got fouled, but no whistle. And the Tigers will have it underneath their own basket, left side of the bucket. Burke triggers it in to Hoeing, who's checked into the game during that timeout. To Burhorst, he'll slash down the paint. He gets clobbered in the face. Hope he's all right. Bucket won't go, but for his trouble, Dalton Burhorst will go to the line. Shoot 2 shots.
Sean Yates' second foul. Jim, I have to laugh because you might be able to hear Coach Francis from the floor through our headsets. He actually asked me how come during one of their games I didn't sit on his side of the bench at Montgomery when I was on the floor. I told him because people wanted to hear the game, and I was scared that he was going to yell over top of me all night.
Burhorst misses the first, makes the second, cuts the lead to 7, 49-42, down to 4:20 to play in the ballgame. Evans dribbles it in, kicks it to Yates. Now to Walker. Walker to Hain. Hain observes things to Yates. Yates outside the arc to Walker as they run this motion offense, looking for some kind of backdoor cut. Evans now gets it. He'll slash down the lane. His shot won't go, but he's going to be fouled. And is that going to be Lillard? Nope, they're going to call it on Burhorst. Saves Lillard from fouling out. And to the charity stripe again for the 5th and 6th time of this half, Zach Evans. He's got 10 on the game. Just a junior. First one's in and out. No good. Does a little 360 action. As Spurgeon back in, as is Shannon for Canton. Evans will get a second. 3:59 to play in the ball game.
I'm getting a kick out of Coach Francis and his teaching moments down on the bench.
Many of them. Second free throw's good. The lead grows back to 8, 50-42.
You know, I poke a little fun at him, and, you know, we talk about it quite regularly, he and I, but I tell you what, if you ever have the opportunity just to sit and listen to him, you learn so much.
He's a knowledgeable basketball guy, that's for sure.
He is, and a really great guy to be around.
Now he's asking the guy walking in if he can have one of his nachos. Three-pointer by Shannon's no good, but on the rebound, it's going to be an over-the-back foul.
I believe on Sturgeon, isn't it?
And we'll walk to the other end and shoot free throws, I believe.
And that's his fifth.
It is on Sturgeon. And it is his fifth. You're way ahead of me. And guess who's going back to the line? He's been there a boatload.
The sauce.
Zach Evans. He'll get a 1-and-1 opportunity, and he misses the first. And then fouls.
And I chuckle because I didn't mean to.
Well, he's had a pretty good night from the charity stripe, but he's missed 2 of his last 3. And we'll walk to the other end, and that's not what Clopton wants to do. They don't want to put Canton on the line with no time running off the clock to score. Dylan Heron will be at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. First one's up and good. He'll get a second. Lead down to 7. Clopton led by as many as 11 in the first half. Led by as many as 8 here in the second half. Second free throw by Heron is good, so he's perfect from the stripe. Now the lead is 6. Harvey pushes it up quickly to Yates. He's in a double team on the baseline. Gets it to Walker, cutting to the basket, misses the layup. Burhorst with the rebound for Canton. He'll make the long pass, and it's stolen away by Yates. That was ill-advised. Yates slows things down now. We'll give it back to Harvey. Harvey left wing to Haney. He's got Walker back door, and he missed him. We had a great angle looking at it from here. So did the fans right here in front of us. But it might have been a little bit of a risky pass. But they continue to run this motion offense. They'll look for a layup or something back door. They get it to Harvey going to the hoop. It won't go, but there's a whistle and a foul. And that'll go against Burhorst. That'll be his third. And to the charity stripe is Daniel Harvey. First time to the free throw line in the second half. I believe he's going to get 2 shots. First one's up and good.
Nothing but net.
He'll get a second.
Evans coming back in the basketball game. Going to give Riley Walker a little bit of a break.
Clopton's been good from the free throw line here in the second half. Second one's up and good as well. And the lead grows back to 8 at 52-44. Down to 3 minutes to play in the ballgame. Burke guarded by Evans. That's Keegan. Gets it in the front court now. Looks for some help.
And also both Evans and McPike on the court for the Hawks. Both playing 4 fouls right now.
Try to throw it back door, and it hits Harvey in the backside. He'll get it to McPike. He'll slash to the hoop. It won't go. But on the offensive rebound, Heron will swat it out of bounds. And the Hawks will have it underneath their own basket. So they missed 2 bunnies here in this second half that could have stretched this thing out. However, they still have the basketball. Yates goes into the paint, or block to the block, I should say. Backs it out now to Evans. To Yates, now to Hayne. Right wing to Harvey. If anybody shoots one from 3-point land, coach will go nuts. Yates drives to the bucket. It won't go. And the Tigers with the rebound. Coach Robert Ash says, let's go. We're let down by 8, down to 2 minutes. Burke will drive baseline, puts it up off the glass and good. That's Carson Burke. He's got 15 for the game with 2 minutes to play. Hawks still lead it by 6, 52-46. Evans into the front court now, right wing to Yates. Yates gets into the paint, kicks it to Harvey. Harvey on the left wing now to Evans. Evans spin move. He's going to go to the glass, and it's going to be an offensive foul.
And he will sit down for the rest of the night.
His 5th.
Riley Walker will come in for him.
He'll leave the game with 11 points with the Hawks on top, 52-46, a tenuous 6-point lead with 1:35 to play in the game. Herron on the dribble now. He's got away with the double dribble. No, he didn't. I didn't know if they were going to call it or not, but they did. 9th turnover of the game for the Tigers, and that's a big one with 1:32 to play. They get it in McPike. He's going to turn on a Jets, take it to the glasses. Layups. Did it go in? Nope, it didn't go in, but he's going to be fouled.
A little conference there and double check everybody.
Well, I looked away just a second. Couldn't tell if it went down or not. The foul's going to be on Shannon, his second. And McPike will go to the line, and he'll get 2 shots. First one's up and good. He'll get a second. 1:27 to play in the game. McPike drains them both. And Coach Tony Francis takes a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 1:27 to play in the game. 54-46. The Hawks lead it. It's the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Spring Hollow Coffee, just off the square in Bowling Green, has the perfect gift ready for that special coffee drinker in your life. Check out the assortment of Christmas gift baskets starting at just $6. Plus, Spring Hollow has fun t-shirts available for purchase, and when all else fails, a gift certificate is the perfect stocking stuffer. Spring Hollow Coffee on Church Street in Bowling Green.
The human body can run like a well-oiled machine, but just like machines, they occasionally need attention. A lot of times because of accidents, injuries, or even general wear and tear, the body breaks down. That's where Pike County Memorial Hospital's physical and occupational therapy services can get you back to normal, daily activities. Don't let pain keep you from enjoying life. Let the team at PCMH focus on your recovery so you can focus on what matters to you. Pike County Memorial Hospital, community-owned, nationally known.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Bowling Green Chevrolet, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Out of the timeout, Burhorse missed the 3. Clopton runs it down the court, and Yates shoots a layup, and the lead is back to 10. We're under a minute to play. Burke drives in the paint. His shot's up and good. Keegan Burke. And Canton will call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. So the Hawks stretch the lead back out near the biggest of the night at 10. And it looks like they may get out of here with a victory, Marianne.
And you said that would break a streak as well, right?
9-game streak for Canton, if the Missouri High School Activities Association website is correct.
Well, surely they wouldn't lie, right?
I wouldn't think so. Of course, you know the age-old story, garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. So if the information that was plugged in is not right.
Yep.
I would think it would have been checked and double-checked. So out of the timeout, the Hawks will have it, leading by 8, 56-48. And they get it inbounds to Harvey. Looks like Canton's not going to try and foul. Get it down low to Hain. He's going to shoot the layup. He was standing there all by himself. Canton defense forgot all about him. And the lead is 10. And just don't foul now, boys. And you're going to be fine. Burke with the 3. It's well off the mark. Walker's going to save it inbounds to Harvey. Harvey now in the backcourt's going to look for some help. Gets it to McPike, and they are going to foul him with 26 seconds. But that's too little too late by Braden Shannon. It'll be his 3rd, and McPike will go to the free throw line and get an opportunity to pad his scoring stats with 2 free throws here in the final 26 ticks of the ball game. First one's up and won't go down. He'll get a second. He's got 13 on the night, does McPike. 10 in the first half. Had a good first half. He cooled off in the second as he's only got free throws. That one was good. He's got 4 of those. Give him 14 and it's 59-48. Herron from a 3 from the corner. It's no good. Walker with the rebound, and they're going to try and tie him up. And we'll walk to the other end and shoot free throws. That foul, I believe, is going to be on Burhorst. Actually, they're going to call it on Shannon, his fourth. And Riley Walker will go to the free throw line, and he'll get 2 shots. He's got 2 points so far tonight. First one's up and no good. He'll get a second. Papa Bob Frank might be getting ready to give some free throw lessons. Second one's good.
See how it works, man? We've really found a cure to our jinx.
Oh, works like a champ, doesn't it? It's 60-48. That's the biggest lead of the game. Deep three by Burke. It's no good. Haynes going to grab the rebound, and the Hawks will just dribble it out. That's going to do it for this ball game. The Hawks are going to win it 60-48. The postgame show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
When you're ready to purchase your next vehicle, visit Pogue Ford in Bowling Green and enjoy your next buying experience. At Pogue, they go the extra mile to make sure you walk away with more than just a car or a truck. They'll give you an automotive home. Pogue Ford has the new or pre-owned vehicle you're looking for, and if they don't, they'll find it. Plus, they're available for all your automotive service needs. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Welcome back to Clopton High School, and we've got 2 Clopton Hawk wins tonight on our broadcast. The second of which is the Clopton Hawk boys. They defeat the Canton Tigers by the score of 60-48. They led at 18-10 at the end of the first quarter, but Canton outscored them 17-14 in the second quarter to go to the locker room, with the Hawks still up 32-27. Both teams scored 13 in the third, and Clopton outscored the Tigers 15-8 in the fourth quarter to win it going away 60-48, which was their biggest lead of the game. They raised their record to 3-1 on the season. Canton drops to 0-4 for the Tigers. Braden Shannon, check that. Carson Burke with 15. Dalton Burhorst with 9. 8 each for Braden Shannon and Keegan Burke. They turned it over 9 times, and the Tigers were 8 for 13 from the charity stripe. For the Clopton Hawks, ballast scoring for them tonight with 3 guys in double figures. 14 from Malik McPike, Daniel Harvey with 12, Zach Evans with 11. 8 for Keenan Watts, 6 each for Sean Yates and Jared Hain, and 3 for Riley Walker. The Hawks were 16 for 25 from the free throw line, and they turned the ball over 12 times. And Marianne, they bent, but they didn't break, and they held on.
And I tell you what, that's something big that's key for the Hawks. That's something that they've really been working on and have probably struggled with the last couple of years. And I know that Coach Francis is happy, with the way this season is starting. One of the big points of having the Legends Banquet was to remind the boys team is, kind of sort of where they came from, and the hard work and dedication that those teams put in prior to them, and what they needed to do to win. Right now they're starting their season, I believe this is they're 3-1 now.
3-1, yes.
And that's probably the best start that they've had in several years.
Was the plan to gain some skills and understanding of basketball through osmosis from the legends.
No, I tell you what, to be honest with you, Steve Frank had one of the best remarks when he was talking to the teams down here, and that was, he heard stories of how people thought of him. They played Steve Frank in in their yards. They wanted to be Steve Frank, and he looked at them and said, how do you all want somebody remembering you here in 20 years? Do you want to hear the stories of the little kids wanting to be Sean Yates, Zach Evans, Midlake McPike, things of that nature, or do you want them not to even talk about you? And if you want them to talk about you and you're going to have to step up, you're going to have to play big, and you're going to have to do it when the game's on the line as well.
Well, we talked about it last year. It's Tony Francis's first year here at the program, and he's got a wealth of basketball knowledge, and they had a young club last year. They only lost one senior, and if they'll hang with him and listen, I think they've got a chance to have a really good ball club this year, and they're off to a good start with a record of 3-1. Let's take our final break of the night, and we'll be back to wrap things up after this on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Kelsey Henderson, RN Case Manager for Pike County Home Health. Pike County Home Health offers a variety of services from skilled nursing to rehabilitation therapies. Home health is covered 100% by Medicare, and we accept most forms of insurance. Our caregivers work with your doctor and design a plan of care specifically for your needs and abilities. Our goal is to help you take control of your treatment, prevent future declines in your health, and improve your safety at home. If you have any questions or home health needs, please contact us at 573-324-2111 or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Brown's Processing, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Old Top Pawn Shop.
Welcome back to Clopton High School. And, Marianne, you've got some scores around the area to update us on before we get out of here?
I do. Games outside of tournament action tonight. Bowling Green girls narrowly defeated Wright City 23-22. Boys scored. New Haven defeated Silex 56-29. And then in the Monroe City tournament, in girls action, South Shelby beat Mark Twain 71-45. Palmyra defeated Louisiana 75-5. In boys action, as Van Far over South Shelby 57-23. And then at halftime, Palmyra was leading Louisiana 35-28.
That's going to do it for tonight. Tune in on Thursday night as we'll be right back here at Clopton High School, where the Battle of the Indian Hawks will take place. The Clopton-Ellsbury basketball rivalry will renew itself, and we'll have the pregame for you at 5:15, opening tip of the girls' game at 5:30. Mark, Marianne, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Jim. It's nice to have you back.
Always enjoy it. Both Clopton Hawk teams go to 3-1. The girls via overtime, 41-40 over Canton, and the final score here in the boys' game, the Clopton Hawks win 60-48. This is Jim Ross for Mark and Marianne saying so long to Thursday night.
You've been listening to high school basketball on KJFM Radio. Eagle 102 sports coverage of high school hoops was brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, Bowling Green Chevrolet, the Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Banks of Missouri, Kathy Clean, JD Tire and Auto, Meyer Implement Company, By County Market in Louisiana, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Bowling Green Insurance Agency,
Family Drug, Ingram Plumbing, the Air Evac Life Team, Liggins Flooring, Bowling Green Pharmacy, by Old Tops Pawn Shop, Midwest Pest Professionals, Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Pam Todd Watts Realty, People's Bank and Trust, Young Enterprises Incorporated, Paul Parts, by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Hogue Ford in Bowling Green, Spring Hollow Coffee, the Mercantile Bank of Louisiana, Mike's Tire Service, and by Pike County Memorial Hospital. Listen all season for high school basketball, right here on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.
You're listening to Eagle 102 KJFM.